Hey, hey, hey. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome to tonight's stream of hopefully getting this thing melting some plastic. Couple of things. Let's go to the main cam over here. Let's start the tunes. Let's see if they work. Of course they don't. Thank you, OBS. I have all kinds of weird things going on with OBS at the moment. Seems to be kind of a typical thing now. Let's see. Amp. There we go. Okay, music should be playing now. So yeah, let me know in the comments before we get too deep what the music levels are like, if you guys can hear me okay. If you guys can hear these super smooth tunes over here. While I make sure all the camera settings are A-okay. Let's see. Focus is good. Exposure, that's the one that's looking all weird, isn't it? Should be okay. How's the white balance? I don't want to be too orange, you know what I mean? Alright. Oh, here we go. Here's some good settings. Let's do some sharpness. Turn the saturation just up a hair so we get that pop, you know? Contrast can go down a little bit so you can see the blacks okay. All right. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Dark Winters, how you doing? All right, let me go back. Let's see who's in here. We got Jeff Montgomery. What's going on? The real MVP of my live streams, to be honest. Old dude, how you doing? Mr. Walkman. John Dixon, how are you? BWS Electronic. What's up? Wilmar. Dark. Load Eclipse. Hey, hey, hey. Louie. What's up, everybody? Yeah, we got some fun stuff. We're gonna finish this thing. Let me go to the next track. This thing just put me to sleep. There we go. Let's get a little bit of more of an exciting tune going on. So the first thing that's going wrong that's unusual is I use this little device for some old school gaming, but also mainly because it's an Android device, I use this for my touch portal. Basically, it connects to OBS, and I have all my cameras, all the transitions set up, all the microphones, so I can just collect, do everything right here on this touch screen. That's not working. It's not communicating with the app. Something is out of date. I can't get it running, so that's number one. Taijin, how you doing? Even if it's for a couple minutes. Lauren, what's up? What's up? But yeah, in the last stream, for those of you that stuck around or not, I did eventually get this thing running. This thing is fully operational. Everything is going really well. Leveling, Z-tilt, everything. There's no more switches, so it's doing homing without any sensors, aka sensorless homing. Really excited to finally have this thing this simple. The only thing I have to do now is to just figure this out. And this cable is staying out because it's a cool LED cable, although it's not exactly what I wanted. Patrick, if you pop in now or watch later, what happens with that cable is because this doesn't always charge, doesn't always require the power signal to the actual board because it gets 24 volts separately. It doesn't always light up. So it lights up initially, turns off, then sometimes during printing, well, I haven't printed, but sometimes during heating and stuff and communications, it does turn on and off here and there. So that's staying out because it's cool and LEDs, but this does not look good. And because they're silicone wire, they're not very rigid. So my plan today is to sleeve them. I went ahead and ordered some of this cool sleeving here, and it looks very, very nice. So that should be fun. The thing I realized, though, is I should have done this earlier because I can't take these cables out of the connector. The way this connector works is it doesn't have like a little pin as far as I know, so I can like push it and they can pop out. So I will try my best to do that. Otherwise, I will have to make a new connector, which isn't really a big deal. It's really easy to cut those wires and put a new connector in, but that might have to happen. So I'll figure it out, play with it first, figure it out. But all I want to do today is to get this nice and sleeved, and I got some nylon as well, because one of the ways to make this rigid is to run a couple strands of nylon in there. So that's what I want to do. Nylon, sleeve, make this thing nice and clean, and then get it printing, right? Let's do it. I haven't printed with this thing in a long time. I'm gonna hopefully run, you know, hopefully my memory starts working, and I'll get some of it going. Hey, Ballistic Tech, what's up, man? And Renovic, what's going on? So the only calibration wise, the only thing I have left to do is, because the cable is different and probably weighs completely differently, the chains and stuff, I just have to do what's called input shaper, and input shaper now is in the little board instead of my 80XL that was on the side with a giant cable. So everything is good. Everything's good. Just a matter of getting this cable done, and we should be cruising and printing, and I'm really excited to have my Voron Trident again. And once this thing is back, then the other Trident, the other Voron, the R1, is going to go under the table because, or onto the table rather, because I have a ton of parts for it. Just an abundance has been collected, and I'm really excited to get that one going too. Hey, John LaRue, what's up? Asias, what's up, what's up? Y'all are killing me. The Kilo Bros are streaming at the same time. Yeah, I didn't know he was doing a stream. Leo, I was just in there earlier. So yeah, Leo's doing a stream. He's unboxing the King Rune KPL1, I believe it's called. In fact, if you guys want to jump in there, say hi that I sent you, that would actually be pretty funny. So if you guys want to jump in there, jump into his stream for a sec, just say that 3D Print SOS sent you. That would be kind of funny. And you know, come back and hang out, or don't hang out with him. He's a cool dude. It's all good. West 3D did an interesting test with 3 different input shapers, 80XL mounts, and got 3 very different sets of results. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a thing. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a thing. That's actually a good test to do. Like, I have a USB one, I have like a built-in one, and then I have this one that's in a board. So technically I could do 3 results on this machine just as a test. That 120 is going on the small machine. So this machine, even though I did and will print PLA on it, that's not the goal for this. This is going to be an ABS machine. I have all the filtration systems set up and running for ABS, and that's really the goal of this thing, to do ABS really well. So the other one, my desktop machine, the 0.2 R1, that little guy is going to also be able to print a PLA, and it prints okay right now. I have some issues that I'm gonna fix whenever I get a chance to mod it, but yeah, let me show you what I have for it, because it's quite a bit. Also, the hardware came in for my trailer, so that's just ready for a couple prints. Whose stream? Leo, Prince Leo 3D, the other Vox Lab Aquila guy. Good dude. I finally got a chance to meet him in person. So yeah, here's the stuff that I got going on. All right, this camera's off. All right, because I can't press the cameras. My bad, guys. I'm gonna fumble around a little bit because I'm not used to not having this stuff. And of course, the browser, man. Such a frustrating thing with what OBS is doing. So the first thing I got is, this was actually sent to me by FISEC. They have this RGB kit that goes into the actual tool head of the right by the nozzle. So LEDs for that, so we can get some lights just like its bigger brother here. We got some LED strips that are going to go in the top hat because I can't put them on the bottom since the fan will be down there. I have a expansion board because extra fans, extra RGB. We're just completely out of connectors on that thing. We have a 120. This is literally the size of the build plate, so that's going to be cool. And then we have a preloaded linear rail to try on the actual X-axis, because mine has a tiny bit of play, and they said that the earlier models, it's not a problem anymore, the earlier models of that R1 kit have non-preloaded ones. And they do, I don't know if you guys remember, like during the unboxing, there was extra bearings set up. So if you wanted to, there's room to preload more bearings into the stock one, but they sent me one because the kit was updated with these. So yeah, a bunch of fun stuff to do at some point. Looking forward to it. Since it's on my screen above me here, and I just remembered, man, not being able to press that stuff is gonna be critical. Here we go. Don't forget, pinned comment at the top of the chat, enter to win a spool of PLA Plus. Let me fix the screen as per usual when I go live. It seems to freak out and not work properly. There we go. There we go. Now we're dancing everywhere. Before you ask what everyone's printing, I just finished printing ABS on my SVO5. Some anti-wobble upgrades for the SVO6 from Printables. Nice. That's some rip-rap going on right there. I gotta say the printer did really well without an enclosure. Nice. Yeah, the smaller parts are usually good to go. Even some medium parts, I highly suggest you do the, what's it called, a draft shield. No matter which slicer you have, I believe they all have some version of a draft shield. It helps keep some of the hot air from the bed inside of that little piece, like where it's printing, especially if you have no cooling fan on, and it helps with medium-sized ABS parts. If you go big, you're going to need an enclosure. You'll see as parts will start to split as they get taller. But yeah, that's cool. By the way, I'm mid-model of Voxlab Aries, so if anyone has any upgrade ideas, I would love to know. Nice. Yeah, the Aries always had potential, and it was always kind of stumped by its motherboard and screen. I'm assuming if you're modding it at all, you did a different motherboard. Yeah, I would 100% do a motherboard with and then something that runs Clipper on that thing. It would actually work really well, I think. I don't remember how the tool head was. I think there was a little sister board on that machine. I don't remember if it had separate wires. It's been a while. It's been a while. Anyway, all right, we talked about giveaway. We talked about what we're doing, right? Talked about Leo's stream. Actually, let's see where he's at. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go Prince Leo 3D. Let's see how far he's gotten in his stream. Hopefully my volume is low. Oh, sweet. Oh, you guys did it. That's awesome. I love it. Perfect. Cool. Looks like he has the machine up and running. Yeah, I'm really interested in that machine. It seems like kind of like the ultra budget version, but I think the price. Actually, let's see how much it is. Oh, of course, my browser window's not on. So give me a second here. Browser. Kingrune. Whoops. Kingrune KLP1. How much are we talking? $379. Okay, so I'm just trying to think because I just did a review. It actually comes out tomorrow morning on the FlashForge Adventure 5M. That machine is $399 with a coupon code of, I believe, $20 less. So let's say we're talking $380. It looks like the Kingrune KLP1 is the same price at $380. The difference is it's enclosed. However, there's no way it's fully automated, right? I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to watch the unboxing there. Because the Adventure is fully automated. So I guess the difference would be linear rails versus rods. And then enclosed versus non-enclosed. And then, the Kingrune name versus FlashForge name. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. Oh yeah, this. I have this page up here because the pause and resume. I've actually never done, since running Clipper on pretty much all of my machines, I've actually never done a pause and filament swap to a different color and resume. So if we can get this thing printing, maybe that will be the thing that we do, just to play around with it. I don't actually need to print anything specific. But being able to do that is probably going to be a goal of mine on the machine at some point. Why is my autofocus not working? It's focusing on the machines behind me and not on me. I guess it wants me to be like this close. Oh yeah, okay. Whatever. Let's see what you guys got. Creality 4.27 board. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, you should be able to do quite a bit with that board. Except for like UART steppers and stuff, but that's, you don't need that really. Are you following any guides, documenting progress? That's a good question. King Rune seems like they make cheap, simple printers at medium quality. Yeah. Yeah, that is a really good way to put that. Yeah, they're definitely not making top tier stuff. I think they're fully aware of it. Yeah, they're making kind of like machines at an entry level price that might like punch above their weight. Yeah. Anyone use Everyone carbon fiber PETG? No, I have a bunch of other carbon fiber PETG that I've used, and most recently 3D Max just released their carbon fiber PETG, carbon fiber ABS, carbon fiber nylon, and carbon fiber PLAs. But I have not used Everyone. The only person I know that loves Everyone is Hero Psycho from our Discord. Take some pictures, but don't really playing ear by ear, looking at stuff on YouTube. Yeah, experimenting. That's the best way to do it. Please do. I haven't paused and resumed with Clipper yet either. Yeah, it's been a long time. I have a lot of Clipper. Actually, all of my machines are Clipper right now, and I still have never done it. So I need to. So for this trailer that I'm building for the RC trucks, there's little things like taillights, but then there's a big thing like the decking that goes on top of the trailer. I want it to be wood. And to make it really pop, you need the bottom to be black, and then to have the slats of wood be wood. So I need to change the color to brown. I'm doing that with skirts for 2.4. Yes, nice. Yep. Yeah, Jeff, you might have to be my source of knowledge along with Brian and Ellis's guide here. Did you bring your lamp that you got from Aladdin? Nice. Micro Center, Mike Rowe. There's lots of tricks there. Has the K1 for $350 and the Max for $650 Black Friday sales. Yeah, I mean, those sales are just obnoxious. What a crazy good deal. Like, I don't think there's anything at $350 that I would buy instead of the K1. Honestly, I would buy the K1 over anything at the moment for $350. That's an easy no-brainer. I'm curious, as my first printer is the K1 I bought 3 days after it went live. Having learned more, why would anyone want a printer that doesn't have a fixed bed like the V2.4? Doesn't seem like the quad gantry leveling is BIS. It's because the flying gantry is complicated and way more expensive to build than the simple belted lead screw. Especially because the belted lead screw can't Z-tilt and mess up and go out of sync. It's one, you know, it's just because they're mass producing this, and Voron is not mass producing anything. So that's why, to answer your question, that's why. Also, if you were like me and got the early K1, we had some really bad experiences. I don't know if you still have your K1, but with the extruder fixed, the hot end fixed, and the open source firmware, I have really been enjoying the machines. I haven't had any issues with them in a while. And I have a pretty big project coming up with the Max really soon. That's gonna put that thing to use for probably a month or more. And I'm pretty confident it's gonna do fine just based on everything that I've been printing on it. Yeah, it might be the best. It might be the best, but it's definitely not. I mean, they gotta ship it too. You know what I mean? Like you gotta tune the belts on that thing, and yeah, just way more complicated than a triple belted lead screw. You know? Oh yeah. King Rune. By the way, that's what I was getting to, and as my mind always works, I always got off tangent there. I think that King Rune can't sell that machine for that much money. With the K1 being 360, 350, and this Adventure 5M being 400, I don't think that machine can be there unless it's flawless. This thing is fully automatic. You don't do anything. I'd recommend this to anybody if they have 400 bucks. Well, excuse me, the K1 is cheaper. If you have a Micro Center near you, no brainer, go Micro Center. And that's not a permanent price unless maybe it is. But if you don't have a Micro Center, this is a crazy good machine. I had a lot of fun. Martin, how you doing, man? Long time no talk. Martin, I think I mentioned this last time Martin popped into a live stream. I met Martin a long time ago when I first started 3D printing on Instagram. And this guy has always had my back and always tried to find ways to get more attention on my stuff. Whether it was just a photo or some project I was doing, always helping me out. Really good to see you in here, man. I appreciate you a lot. Yeah, I like that. I'm not trying to say the printers are super good. Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, still have it going. I got really lucky with mine with the original faulty equipment. I never had an issue. Really? Wow. I only recently swapped the upgrade kit a week ago. Holy. Yeah, mine was just like since the first, like some of the first prints were just trash. So yeah, you got lucky there. I just got a flash for Adventure 5M Pro. Cool, how is the 5 Pro? I know it has some differences, like one obvious thing is the enclosure. I like the filtration system that it has in it. I think that's pretty neat. If it's, if it has exactly the same stuff as this, which I think it does plus more, like different nozzles right off the bat, it comes with an actual filament instead of a sample. I think that's a winner. I think it's a winner. Unless you're going head to head with a $350 K1, then it's price wars. Linear rails, yeah. Hey, nice. Thanks for subscribing, Digital Panhandler. Appreciate it. Happy to tune in. Nice to see you. Still going strong. Yeah. Still doing it. All right. I guess we should dive in at some point, huh? In case for those that didn't hear or weren't here at the beginning, right there, that blue link. I'll be giving away a spool of PLA Plus from 3D Max. They sponsor these live streams with a spool of filament. I am working on ways to do more of those. Maybe not even just with them, maybe with other brands as well, just to give stuff away. If they're for some reason willing to do that for us, I'm all ears, so I will try to get more. But if you guys jump in there, answer the question. And I still don't have any buttons in front of me, unfortunately. Let me move this thing away so I don't keep trying to click a blank screen. It should look like this, and the question is there one specific printer upgrade that you're waiting for? I actually got asked this question during my interview with Creality when they came to visit my house. And I don't know if I should tell you mine. Maybe I'll tell you mine at the end so it doesn't like skew what you guys are saying. But it doesn't have to be out there. That's why I wrote yet to be released or current. Please describe. I think it'd be cool to kind of read these later and see what everyone is looking for in terms of upgrades, just for fun. Yeah. Hey, Papa's here. My issue is the 5M Pro is plastic door and top. Yeah, that's okay. My Voron's all plastic. It's fine. Yeah, obviously glass feels nice, but it's okay. I think that'll be all right. Yeah, but the K1 doesn't have spare quick swap nozzles and filtration. That's correct, it doesn't. But at $350, I don't know. And the GUI, like, once you have fluid, I would much rather have a headless machine, no screen on it whatsoever, with fluid, than pretty much any custom screen nonsense that these companies put in there. If you guys are a YouTube member or a Patreon, you guys have already seen my video. I do have quite the rant going in it, and hopefully it's kind of like a wake-up call for them. They haven't replied. I sent them the link as well. Not that I'm going to retract the video. It is coming out tomorrow, regardless of their opinion. That's kind of how I do these things. But hopefully it'll be a little wake-up call for them, and maybe we'll get open source firmware from them because of it. I don't know. They didn't reply to me directly. Well, they did, but they said no. So we'll see. we will see how that pans out. But the K1 runs an open source firmware, and we can install whatever we want on it. One would buy the K1 at that price and add to my fleet. It's not big enough to build my Roman army. Well, that's why they got that plus, right? I renovated a closet, built some French doors for Everest enclosure. Nice. Also recently routed a K1, got fluid going 3 days ago. Nice, it was all stock, all aside from my custom lid riser and swapped in cap tube. The other thing that the K1 has, by the way, the other thing, by the way, I'm not knocking on the Adventurer 5M Pro. I do really like it. But the one other thing that's going crazy right now for the K1 and K1 Max is the aftermarket. There's so many people making mods for the thing. It's like, you know, it's like the Ender all over again. You can do so much already, and it's really like still early, which is really fun. Like, at least for me, like I clearly like camera. I clearly like, you know, modding and doing custom stuff, so I welcome that. I don't have a microscope. Yeah, see? Yeah, then you are, that's a totally different topic now, right? That's a totally different topic. Hey, JP, how you doing? I see one of your first projects still standing on the shelf, the 668. That's true. Yep, right there. And actually behind it is the first. Come on, finger. There we go. Let's get that actually. Oh, don't fall! Don't knock anything over. This was the very first like project. It's just a custom keyboard. Completely hand wired to a Teensy. Can you guys see through that? Ah, camera's freaking out. Completely hand wired for a Teensy in there. It's lined with LEDs. Actually, do I have a cable that this thing can? Cause it's an old school. Oh yeah, I do. Look at that. This was a fun little project. So I wanted it to look like a, you know, like a piece of, like a crystal, and it has blue keycaps in there. Let's see. By the way, if my camera freezes, I'll unplug it. Yep. Okay, camera does not like. I have another option. Hold on. The other option is just external power. There we go. Yeah, so fully lit. Now you definitely can't see the hand wiring in there. But yeah, super fun project, fully custom. You can program it to anything you want. Like I said, it has blue switches on there. That was the very first one. Lots of fun. Yeah, and what's funny is after the 668, I got so deep into 3D printing. Well, no, I've built some other keyboards. They just weren't 3D printed. I ended up getting a couple expensive boards. But yeah, this was always the first kind of plunge into custom 3D printed projects. Of course, I'm never gonna get that back to where it was, but that's okay. Thanks for that little trip down memory lane. That's cool. Almost 9:30 here. Hey, thanks for popping in, Tijin. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one. By the way, do you know how to make and adjust 3D printer firmware or BL Touch firmware? And if so, can you make a video on it? If you're talking about, I mean, it depends on the machine. It depends on firmware, the hardware on the machine. But yeah, I have some videos on like the Voxel Aquila, how to run a CR Touch or a BL Touch. Nowadays, the firmware, if it's an Ender board, for example, if it's an Ender board, you can run, I mean, you should run Clipper, really. Clipper should be the way. But if you don't want to, if you're still running Marlin, you can do like the professional firmware, which you can download and it'll just work. You can set some parameters on there pretty easily and compile your own. I heard Micro Center selling K1s for $330 on Black Friday. Wow, that's crazy. That's nuts. Also, wait, do you have an Insta360? No, I don't. Oh, you mean like the camera? It's called an OBS bot. It's just like a gimbaled camera, so it follows me around. It's so hard to keep with. Yes, it really is. It was. It moves so fast, and if you kind of like, when you're really into it, you feel like there's so much going on. But then you step back and you realize how similar everything is, and like you're just nitpicking to an extent where I like almost felt weird about it. Yeah, when you're like lubricating each individual, you know, spring and slider and pin. You know, I did that for the keyboard that I have in my office that I use every day. That's like weighted, and I did that whole thing, and it was. I mean, it's an amazing keyboard, but I think after that one, I realized that it's kind of ridiculous to spend that amount of money, and I've kind of backed up. I mean, as you guys could tell, I'm using the anti custom keyboard here, mostly because I can't have this loud with mics and stuff, but. If I'm gaming, it's definitely mechanical. I have another custom keyboard there. That's another room. Yeah. The other thing is mice. You can also get into custom mice. And I ended up customizing my own, putting in my own switches. It just gets too crazy. There's too many hobbies. Thanks for pronouncing my name right. You taught me. Trident. Chris's basement is a dedicated Marlin guy. Yes, so he does both. He does a bunch of Clipper stuff as well. He has a ton of super useful tutorials. Definitely check him out for sure. All right, I think we should get started to some degree. All right, so anybody know? Actually, Brian, you're my source, dude. My source. These connectors that are going to here, the 4-pin connector, can I pull those pins out of there, or I can only cut and make a new one? Do you know? Like, I want to sleeve this cable, and here, let me take the connector out and show it to you. I don't remember what it's called, but I remember last stream you knew the name of the connector. All right, okay, let me undo this a little bit too. Yeah, I don't need to sleeve it all the way, but... So, this connector, man, not having these buttons. I can't believe how reliant I got on them. The microfit, yes. Where's my close-up camera? There we go. This guy. So, can I take those out of there in some way? Because they like clicked in pretty good, and I can't just pull them. I bet it's like a special tool of some sort. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna cut them flush, and then, you know, in the little kit they did give me a second one. So I'm thinking I'll just crimp Molex, make some depinning tools. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? So what you're saying is no. I basically have to cut. Depin them with tweezers. All right, well, we can try that. The problem is I just don't see what to do. Like, I don't see how to depin. Let me just see if I can kind of... Yeah, because I remember there's like these pins. Hold on, if I take them out here. Yeah, they got little wings. That mesh cover will get over that. Well, wait, will it? The whole connector? Oh. Lauren, you're a genius, dude. Okay, so I'll just have to cut that because it's hold on, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Where are my little cutters? Hey, Perfect Dark. Try using a paperclip or thumbtack. Okay. I had to take a break from 3D printing and bought myself a Quest 3. That thing's amazing. What's a Quest 3? Oh, the VR set? Hey, Andre. Is the new Quest 3, you're talking about the VR headset? Yeah, scrunch it. Okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. So I cut that off. Now I can actually do this. Oh, I'm going to fray this thing so much. Can I get that in there? Kinda. Oh yeah, okay, so that's doable, huh? That's cool. That's amazing. Thank you. All right, so for this though, I should probably, how am I gonna handle this situation? Okay, hold on, let me, I wonder if I should get a lighter on it, just so it doesn't go any further. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll obviously cut this off, but. There you go, just so that it doesn't keep expanding. Cool. You should always burn the end. Yeah, I know, Martin. I realized that after I, you know those moments where you did a thing and then and you're just like, that's what that one was. I cut it, I opened it, and it went, and I'm like, that's why I was like that. That sleeving will go over it, but it might be hard to get over some of the heat shrink over. But that's true. If that comes down to it, I can get the cables out from the other end and put heat shrink over that, like from the other end. I just didn't want to flip the machine over and do it, but we'll see. Actually, the heat, let's see. The heat shrink's pretty damn big. I might be able to get it over it. If not, that's okay. I'm not really worried about it. What I missed? Not much. Not much. I just started sleeving. Excuse me. I can't wait to build my Voron. It's so fun. They're fun even when they don't work. It's almost like a project car. Lighter on end would have stopped for it. It's okay. It's not that bad. I can stop the. It's already it's already glued together at the moment, but I'll cut it and do it right away. You should always burn the end so it doesn't get. Yeah. Trim the fat after. That's right. Heat shrink probably won't fit over the connector. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Wrap it with tape unless you have some high shrink ratio heat shrink. I don't. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, always. Thank you for your video, especially the one on the Ender 3 KE. I've pre-ordered that after looking at it. Nice. Yeah, the KE is really interesting. I think the biggest problem with the KE is going to be its pricing, because I know there's a ton of interest in it. I just don't have time to do the dedicated video for it, which I plan on doing, but the next thing I do has to be this desk. I am redoing this desk again with some crazy legs. Let's see if I can... Anyway, that's beside the point. After that is when I'm going to be doing the KE testing a video. But so far the machine is awesome. It just, the problem is really like how are they going to price it with the SE and then the CR10 SE, which is also kind of like a step above the KE. So really what I want to know is how does the KE compare to the CR10 SE in performance, because the only main difference is the linear rail on the bed on the CR10. Otherwise, they're both using nebula pads. I guess the CR10 has a metal extrusion on top, whereas the KE is plastic. Like, as far as the KE and SE, KE is better. It has all the things that you'd want on the SE. The SE for $200 is the best machine, at least at the moment. So it's kind of just, is it worth that 80 bucks? That's what I want to know. I think it might be. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. But I have a feeling you're gonna find out before I do, Steven. The Molex tool is a little circle bigger than the crimp, but smaller than the inside of the housing. You push it down over the crimp and it pushes the wings down from all sides. Of course it does. I might be able to make something like that, actually, with some, I have like aluminum tape. I wonder if that would be strong enough. Just 3D print covers for it. Yeah, right, like little things that clip over. A Voron build is like the ultimate Lego Technic set. Yeah, 100%. Is by far the best part. Yep. Remember that? Yes. Yeah, you do have a super cool 0.1. Have you done any upgrades to that thing? It was such a cool color combo on that machine. I guess you never finish a Voron. Well, I think you do a Voron in steps. So I had step 1. This is definitely step 2. And we'll see where step 3 is. First live stream from OZ. Hey, cool. Hey, Nigel. Okay. So yeah, thanks for putting that in there, because connecting the names is tough, man. The Trident X+3 has been printing non-stop since it arrived the other day. Good to hear, man. I really like that machine. Awesome. Thanks for the info. Can't wait to get it. Yep. Isaias. Oh, okay. What did I say? Isaias? Isaias. Probably to pronounce my name for your information. Or Easy is the nickname I'm used to. Okay. Easy might be the way. The key just dropped for pre-order. I want one. Yes, it is fresh. Now I just don't know what to do with my Aquila, I guess, with the printer. Yeah, I would say mod it. There's a million projects you can do with it. You can go the Voron route. You can go Core XY route. There's so many options. Or you can just make it reliable and be a nice backup machine in case you need it. You can always donate it. You can always make a camera slider. You can make all sorts of things with it. I do have a project that I'm going to do with one of my Aquila, like 2 Aquilas right here. I'm going to make that one because I need some room for other machines. So I'm definitely going to be doing a project, but it's going to be different enough to not be helpful for most people, I think. But I kind of want to just reuse that stuff, you know. Is it still worth it if it doesn't have full clipper? What are you referring to, Juan? Which machine? It depends, but like full clipper. Oh, you mean the X+3? X+3 has full clipper. The latest is, at least. Oh, the KE. So, okay. This is going to be a rant for Creality, and it has been. I have been talking to them, talking to some of their reps on several occasions about this at different events, you know, to them directly, email, all sorts of things. In my personal opinion, they need to open source this before it's released. Obviously now they've made it available to purchase, which means you're purchasing a machine that uses Clipper that's not open source, which is against their license. They did the same thing with these 2 machines. They're open source now. I don't remember what their reasoning was. They had a really specific reason. Sam Prentice explained it to me. He talked with the owner of Creality, and my guess was that it was something like they wanted to get the kinks out and then release their kinked version as open source so that it's not broken, but that wasn't the reason. So I don't exactly remember what it was, but they're doing the same thing. Every time I mention, hey, this thing's running Clipper, they instantly corrected me and said Creality OS. It's not Creality OS, it's Clipper with a skin on it. And if that's the case, it needs to be open sourced. I have a feeling it's going to have the same timeline as the K series. It's going to be released, and then after some time, after everything's stable and everything's fixed, version 2 of that firmware is going to be an open source version, to where we're going to be able to put fluid on it and everything else, just like the K machines. But at the moment, yeah, it's not full Clipper. It's their own thing. The reason why I still think it's worth it is because it's one of those machines where you don't need to touch anything. So even though it uses Clipper, it has no manual things that you need to do. It auto levels, it auto Z offsets. So it doesn't matter for the type of people they're aiming to capture with that printer. But if you're the type of person that wants to tinker, you're going to want it to be open source. So it's only going to matter for a smaller amount of people, I think. But are you getting the new Elegoo huge printer? I don't think so. I'm going to continue to try asking for it. I did get the Elegoo Neptune 4 Plus to review. I've never had any Elegoo machines, so I'm excited to check it out. And I'm hoping that by checking out some of their other machines, maybe they will agree to send the monster over. But we'll see. Why do you want to have it open source? I want to have it open source because people have worked extremely hard to make Clipper free and keep it free. And for a company to use it, ignore its licensing, and to release it for money is not only a moral thing, but also from a legal standpoint, it's not legal. They're from China, and they have different laws on their side, so I don't know if there'll ever be any kind of repercussion from it, but it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Even if I don't use it to any degree, I want it because that's the reality of it. They did use it. It's using Clipper, and I just, if I was a software engineer and all I did was put in my hard-earned money and time to develop this thing. The least they could do is just follow the licensing, and they can alter it in any way. They can do anything they want with it, but they must release that code as open source because they used an open source project. So that's my stance on it. I think it's really important. And yeah, I think they're gonna do it. I just wish they did it right away. I love my X 3. I just printed parts for my 0G Mercury 1 upgrade for an Ender 5 Pro. Nice. Yeah, I still have an Ender 5 Pro boxed for a long time. So maybe at some point, once I get through some projects, I'll do a 0G build. That'll be fun. You have that room right behind it? Yeah, right here. I have a feeling it's bigger than that room. This is a really wide camera lens. So I don't know if it looks bigger than it actually is. It's pretty small. Will you have room? I'll have room for it. I have another room that's the same size as this right over. So there's room. Yeah, I think you know, even if they're trying to go for a different market, for the more corporate market, I still think there needs to be reviews of the machine by individuals. You know, if they want it to be a more professional review, I can definitely do that. But I just think it would be fun to look at something like that, just to experience something like that. As you guys know, I'm trying to get as many machines as I possibly can, add them to my list, just to see how everyone's doing things and show it all to you. Like, that's kind of the goal. So it'd be pretty fun to see what that's about. 'Cause it's not a Core XY machine either. It's a Cartesian machine. Aligu Orange Storm Giga. Yeah. Yeah, I've messaged them like, hey, guys, a lot of people are talking about this thing on my channel. You know, I'd love to showcase it. Even if I have to ship it back, I don't care. I'll do it. Okay, back to this. Let's see here. So, I probably shouldn't cut this. In fact, let me put this back before I drop this. Let's go to the other camera. This guy? Okay, I've already done it. Let me put this back. Come on, get back in there, please, so that I don't ruin this. Thank you. Look at this color name. Gandanyan. Alright, let's see how this works. So, I'm gonna snake it in there. Oh yeah, that's working perfect. Alright. Oh, and you know what? I'll be able to get the... Oh, no, I won't. Never mind. I was going to say I'm going to cut the thing anyway, but the connector will still be there, so that's pointless. And I got to make sure I don't forget to put the nylon in. Anyone else make their own cables before? I've made a coiled keyboard cable a couple times, like from scratch. Like actually, it's not from scratch. It was a kit. I bought this kit. I don't remember what the cable company was called, but it's essentially a kit. You pick the wires, you pick the sleeving, you pick the connectors, all that stuff, and then they send everything to you so that you can hand build it yourself. What a niche of a niche of a niche business. Hey Truggy, how you doing? That's one thing I'll say I dislike about my K1. I want bigger. Like I don't even think the max would suffice for what I want to do. Nice. That said, I think the Elegoo Giga is perhaps too big. The Giga is way bigger than it seems. It's huge. All right, looks like I'm stuck in this one little bit right here. Let's see if I can help this thing out a little bit. It's because the wiring is so soft. It gets stuck on the sleeving. Let's see if I can grip and yoink. Yep, like that. You know, there's lots of bigger machines as well. I mean, you could always build a Voron as big as you want, technically. These go up to 350. I have a, what's the machine called? MINGDA Magician Pro and Pro X2. Those are 400 by 400, but they're bed slingers. So it just depends on what you need and want, you know. Is this the print out 3D fetter? 3D fetter is happening, but that will be on the K1 Plus and K1, because the idea there is I was scanned using a Ferret Pro, and they'll be sending me filament for it, and it's Creality filament, so I might as well use a Creality machine for it. Motorcycle plastics are my goal. Nice, that'll be fun. Yeah, ABS should be fine for that. Hand wired a few cars and my Anycubic Predator when I swapped to the M5P. Nice. Hand wired a few cars, huh? That can mean different things. All right, what do you think? That's probably enough sleeving, right? Maybe go a little bit more than what I think. Right, it's always the case. Maybe I'll wanna change something later. All right, yeah, we'll go all the way to here. ABS or ASA better for those parts? So they're very similar. ASA technically is better for UV, and also slightly easier to print, but about the same. So if you can do ASA, do ASA. I think ABS is just a little bit cheaper, but yeah, it should be good. Yeah, either one of those would be ideal. Did you see CNC Kids' videos from Forum Next? He was sponsored by MINGDA, and they showed their huge printer too. Yes, so yeah. I'm actually a bit confused because some of those machines in the video, the consumer machines, I was not aware of. I've had every single MINGDA machine that's been out. The one, and you know, I have a machine to unbox still, the Pro X2, but it seemed like they have even more machines. So making the one that I'm about to unbox seem old. I saw a screen on the front. I saw a whole new tool head with bigger fans. I saw them running Clipper and printing fast. MINGDA, where are you at? I'd love to see that. Did you see Bagman finish the Mega? Yes, I did. I messaged him congratulating him on that project. That thing is so cool. Oh, it is being displayed. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't been on Instagram enough to catch up, but yeah, so Bagman 3D printed essentially one of these, but it's not directly, but it's one of these, but it's a Mercedes G-Wagon, and he took it as a 1/8 scale and made it 1/5 scale, so it's just absolutely massive, and it's, you know, fully functional with 1/5 scale components in there. It's just next level. Martin, did you go to this event? Well, I guess you're not directly there. I'm guessing he is. Yeah, if it was any closer, I probably would have tried to go in some way, but I can't afford just to fly out there willy-nilly. In fact, I think I don't even think my passport, I think my passport's expired. I haven't flown anywhere outside of the States in a very long time, so it doesn't matter. Get an X Plus 3, then both ABS and ASA print brilliantly. That's also true. Or you can go for the X Max 3, which is great now too after the fixes. There's always that behemoth. All right, I'm thinking that's enough sleeving. Let's cut this right here. I know it's gonna fray. That's okay. That's my skin. Okay. Let's do a little cleanup here and there. There we go. Let's put this back before it opens. Of course, it's out of the bag for some reason. No, unfortunately, I'm working out in the UK. Oh, okay. I was invited to multiple companies. Maybe next year. We actually got a US visa now. Hey, nice. Yeah, let me know if you're ever around my way on the East Coast. Print SOS field trip to the next event. Yeah, I mean, I would love to. You know, Earth was kind of an eye-opener for me. I've always avoided these things just based on, I guess, some weird social anxiety that I developed along the way. But I had a lot of fun, and it was a lot less scary once I got going, if that makes sense. I know it's weird. Like, I never thought that something like that would be happening to me, but it just is. So yeah, I think I would love to go to more events and just check things out and hang out. Look at how that opened up. Beautiful. All right, so let's see what a good way to do this. Let's go to one direction and cut it. Don't cut the cable. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to the other direction and cut it from that direction. And then I'm going to use this flame, and it's not going to melt the wire because that would be great. Okay, let's push it to the other end. All right, behave, wire. That would be nice of you. Listen to this tune, man. This is good. I'm gonna restart this. You guys don't mind? Hopefully. Let's get this. Let's play that back again. Run that back. Ooh. This is like that tea house banger. 3D print sauce. That's right. There's lots of ways to spin this name. SOS sauce. You know, my last name is Saucenin, so it derives from that essentially. And in high school, one of my names was Sauce. So it all makes sense. Better have room, yeah, Jeff. So I just looked up the MINGDA MD 1000 Pro. I need something about that size. Ooh, you're going big boy, huh? Rocky Mountain Rep Rap was awesome. It's going to be bigger next year. Yeah, so that I would like to somehow go to. You know, funding it myself is I'm never gonna be able to make the return on that investment, and if that makes sense. So I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'd love to, especially if somebody wants to help me. I'd love to cover, not somebody, excuse me, like a business. I would have obviously not ask anybody to do that, but maybe I can piggyback off some company and do some work for them briefly while I'm there. It's totally worth it. Like, it was so fun. I don't know if you watched my video, Easy. But it was a lot of fun, like a lot. My printer builds on hold until my printer builds on hold till day after Thanksgiving. Girlfriend has all the printers still in. Nice. She has the whole farm, huh? F1 Hot Rod, how you doing? I just discovered 3D printing RC planes. Yeah. No, I already have one. It's just not built. It's right there. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. I even did a video of me trying to learn how to fly with a cardboard build with a bunch of 3D parts on it before I fly the 3D printed one and insta destroy it. I had zero luck. I tried so hard. Nice, 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm more like 20 something. Like, I'm East Coast. It's so far away. And by not 20 minutes, like hours. I don't remember how many hours it was, but it was a lot. Some unfeasible amount of hours. It has to be a flight. All right, moment of truth. Let me see if I can get this over this connector. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're getting that over. Okay, so that's easy. I don't want this much though. Maybe like, where are my scissors at? Maybe just a little bit. Oh, I think this is the song I just used for the intro. Yeah, this was the song I just used for the intro of the video that's coming out tomorrow morning. Yeah, this is a new subgenre of dubstep called funk. Nope. Yeah, F-H-O-N-K. Yeah. The social media did this. Social media made a subgenre. Skrillex has a song called Batters. I don't know if anyone's into that kind of stuff. That's like an actual good version of this. Totally going nuts for Toys for Tots, and she did. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this. Hit your ride, 747, nice. All right. So this is good. This is prepped. I guess we need 2 of these because we're gonna have to slide that over to there. So let me prep that one as well. Actually, I'll keep that one long, the one that's going on this side, on the printer side. So let me cut off all this hoojank here. All right, we'll do it the same way, as close as we can without cutting the cable. Come on. There's this one little hair in there. One little strand. Come on. There we go. Okay. Let's cut all this. Put a fire to it. Also, don't I have scissors right next to me? That would have made this a little easier. Alright, now let's see if it'll be nice to me again and not melt the wiring, but only melt itself. I guess having those things, the wires be silicone is pretty good. Alright, that should be good. Okay, nice and clean actually. Alright, so nylon. Let's get to nylon. Hey guys, for those of you jumping in, as per usual in these streams, on the top of the chat there is a pinned comment. Head over there, it'll bring you to one of these pages. Actually, let's see how many entries we got going on. 23 entries, so really good chances to win a roll of filament from 3D Max. Has to be PLA+. You have to be present for the drawing, and it's US only, unfortunately, but it is a free spool if you want to stay around and are around the US. Just answer that question right over there, and I'll probably read a few off towards the end of the stream just to see what everyone is interested in. And we'll give away a roll of filament. Let me catch up with the chat. Take care, all. We'll do another time. Got to go back to work. Martin, thank you so much for popping in, man. Really good to hear from you. We got to catch up at some point. Maybe on Discord, right? Because it's a little easier. I check that obviously daily as opposed to Instagram. But yeah, man, thank you for popping in. Have a good one. I had to have new breakers ran. Oh man, found out having too many printers. Ones old breakers would handle, now 2 dedicated to them. Nice, that's pretty cool. Good cause, it's true. I want to build RC turbine engines and build a model, MD-11. Nice, you can. I think all that's possible. Don't forget to like the stream. Facts. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, let's cut some nylon. That's shot somewhere. Let's get it. Actually, let me, let's do this. Stay filament. Let me get all this up too, because I'm gonna end up knocking this stuff somewhere where it shouldn't go. Hey, Caleb. Not much, just sleeving this cable, and right now, for those that have done this before, that have sleeved their cable, how many strands of nylon should I put in there? I'm thinking 2. I do want it to be somewhat rigid. I'm sure 1 is probably enough, but I'm thinking 2, since this cable should be 4, like as in like each one of these. There should be 4 wires, but there's 2. I'm thinking I'm just gonna put 2 strands going into it like that. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your opinions. But let's get that nylon going in there. Not a bad idea. Yeah, like this is gonna make it so much more rigid. And nylon should be able to take the heat. anything that's going to be inside of the chamber at least. All right, here we go. We're peeking out on this side. Let's see how rigid it is with 1. Yeah, I'm thinking 2. Yeah, I'm thinking this should be 2. Although that's pretty good. Like I'm holding it. Hold on, let me move this thing back for a second. Like it's gonna be that big. No, it does go down a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so let's put 2 in there. Lower weight plus higher speed. I mean, it's just a strand of nylon. At this point, do you guys remember how many wires? Hotel. I think you remember if you were here last time. Let me show you what was removed. So 2 chains. And this. All that is removed from the hot end. So I think it's probably okay. I think it's probably okay to run 4. Right? I'm always trying to break this thing. Dos amigos, and put the ends in the open. Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna put. That's why I cut them like this. I'm gonna end up sliding this back and putting it into the ports, and then sliding the thing over. 2 chains. That's right. I was being ridiculous. Oh, okay. Type R. Hey, you know, 2 strands might be 2 times faster than normal. We'll see. 2 chains, 4 bracelets. You haven't traded that for an Ender 3 SE yet? What are you doing? The Ender 3 SE, man, it's a great machine. Surprised me, to be honest. But it's a good one. All right, come on. Where are you stuck? Where are you stuck, cable? Oh, okay, we got through. Nope, we're coming out of a hole here. I think I made it too pointy. Yeah, let me dull it a little bit. All that copper. That's right. Get fair market price for that little bundle. All right, let's see if making the tip of this thing dull will help. It's definitely harder to push through. But as long as it doesn't come out of the actual cabling here. Where are we? Oh, I see it. Okay, it's about halfway. Come on. There we go. There we go. Now we're cruising. I can see it kind of snaking through there really slowly. Oh man, I'm right at the end there, and it's getting really hard to push through. Come on. Here we go. And it should be free. All right, there we go. All right, nylon. Let's pack you up. I have some carbon fiber nylon to try as well. So I got to get this machine operational again. ASAP. Like Rocky. Rat's nest. You give it to the rats. It's true. Did you see Jose's stream? Joel's? Oh, yeah, this morning. Yeah, I did. A little pricey, but it looks like a jam. So my thing is with that is I've always advocated to go to a standard nozzle, right? Like I've always complained about machines that have made a proprietary nozzle so that you can buy the nozzle anywhere and don't have to rely on one manufacturer, so on and so forth. The idea there is really good, right? To have the heat break integrated into the nozzle. The problem is, and by the way, I looked this morning right after his video. It's actually inexpensive. The nozzles are like 10, 14 bucks. Like they're really well priced nozzles. Lots of options too. The problem is they're the only ones that are going to be able to sell it, right? Unless there's a clone. So I guess because they're cheap and because they're available, at least for now they're available, that might be okay. If that's the case, then that's worth the upgrade in my opinion, just because it's going to have less problems. Like, it just is. Like, no matter how you look at it, that setup will have less problems because the heat break is attached. So yeah, I think if you're looking to mod it or you've had problems with that in the past, I think that's a worthy upgrade. Me personally, I'm gonna wait until I run into some kind of issue, and if I do, there's a clear upgrade path in that sense. But yeah, lots of options. I just, you know, like I said, I've always kind of advocated for putting in a standard nozzle so that you can buy one anywhere. If I wanted to go on Amazon, you know, or AliExpress, whatever, just having the choice is nice, you know. Seems like Big Tree Tech, BQ are recognizing that. BQ has H2 Panda, which allows running Revo nozzles on the Bamboo. Yes, I saw that. That's actually a cool idea. Yeah, but like having a more standardized, you know, build is going to be better for you as a consumer, because you're going to be relying on, you know, less on the company, which is always nice, I think. But I also think I'm minority in some of these opinions. You know, like there's always like users and then there's power users. I'm probably considered a power user at this point, of just, you know, so my opinion might not be what the majority thinks. There you go. If you're cleaning it out, I think you already got your answer. All right, so as far as this goes, I got the 2 strands. Let's cut them a little closer. Let's go somewhere in this area. I watched that earlier. It's probably something I'll do eventually. It's not a pressing issue right now. Right. All right, let's throw these into the connector. Let's get them even. There's 1, there's 2. Bam. Come on, that's nice. And let me scooch this thing just a little bit. Just a hair. Upward right there. Maybe a little too much scooch. There we go. Somewhere here. Yeah, I'm digging that. Let's get a little bit of wire exposure. All right, and now I need to put both of these on there, starting with this long one, because I want this long one to go on the other end. Let's see if I can get this connector through. I thought I could earlier. Let's see. Looks like that's going to be a maybe. All right, it's going slowly. Let's make sure everything's tucked into it. All right, it's working. Slowly. Oh, that nylon helps big time. Come on. There we go. All right, so that's for this end. Move that over there. Now let's get this guy over to this end. Looks like I'll have to shove the filament back in there again into the connector, but that's okay. What's a good way to hook this onto something? I guess that was the good idea, just push it from the inside. Come on. Oh, that's because this stuff's not in it. Duh. There we go. Okay, let's fix this now. Alright, this thing went through here. I don't want it in there. Okay. Cable through here. One in there, one in there. Let's push and pull. Let's put that up here. Cool, I'm excited. All right, so I need to pull the wires and keep the rest. Let's do it like that. Hold and then kind of slide everything through here. Come on. There we go, perfect. Okay, now that's nice and straight looking. Let's move this back just a little bit. And let's throw some heat on there. I'm just gonna use a flame. Right there. Let's go slow. I know I have a heat gun, but it's plugged in all the way across the room. It's okay, we'll go old school methods. Actually, I might have to go get that heat gun because the flame is going to touch the sleeving. And I don't want that. All right, well, if the stream goes down, it's because I've overloaded this circuit with this heat gun. So wish me luck, boys. Hey, heat shrink, why aren't you shrinking? Okay, note to self, this is not the best heat shrink I've ever seen. It will do for what I'm doing, but definitely not shrinking enough. But that's okay. You won't see that part anyway. How'd the nylon fare under there? Oh, it's gooey. It's gooey. We gotta wait. I forgot about the nylon. I totally forgot about it. See, I'm gonna push some through as much as I can, just to give it the best chances of pushing it into that connector. There we go. That's clearly pushing into it. All right, I'm gonna let that cool down, and we should be good. Let me catch up on the comments, because there's been a few. Oh man, okay, hold on. Probably something I'll do. Oh, not pressing, okay. On the flip side, it's interesting to see people use Bamboo Labs hot ends or do-it-yourself printers like Voron's, or hot ends are pretty decent and cheap. Yeah, so that's actually a thing that I've been considering. So this hot end is going to need an upgrade. I do still want to put a Nomi on there. So I will be redoing that at some point. As far as the hot end goes, it might just be enough to change just the block itself with the nozzle, with something like a CHT and a CHC type of scenario, or we can just do the whole, you know, swap out the whole thing. And the Bamboo Lab hot end seems to be a pretty good option. It's inexpensive, it's available, and it's functional. So. Total amateur, not power user, bordering on incompetent. That sounds like that's like a nice sticker, like plaque or something. I agree with you. The problem is companies, I want to pigeonhole as many people as possible. The problem is absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. That's true right there. We're now putting a new gantry and idlers from a Max. Mahada hasn't had any problems. New gantry and idler. So yeah, there's a couple I've seen out there. They're pretty cool. It seems like a fun thing to do. Do you have heat shrink with the glue on the inside? No. Seen that split around the cable and then go. Yeah, that would be cool. No, this is just some regular stuff that came with the wire. I just used it. Looks like you're getting it. Yeah, it seems okay. You can do it. Revos and 9 machines. Nice. Yeah, once you get into that ecosystem, seems like a good idea. Why is the K1 series of Core XY getting so much bad user comments compared to Bamboo and Chitty? I don't know. I have a feeling volume. I'm assuming way more people bought the K1 than either of those machines combined. I know Bamboo is extremely popular, but I still don't think it's as popular as Creality. I just think Bamboo fanboys are louder. Also, a lot more newbies get the Creality machines because of the name. If you search 3D printer, Creality comes up first. It's an SEO battle, and Creality is going to win SEO for a while. Does that heat shrink? No. About shrinkage? No. To answer your question, no. That thing did not want to shrink. Usually people will remove the clip portion and just shove the wire leads and wrap through, thus allowing the use a thinner heat shrink. You live, you learn. Hindsight's always 20/20 up in here. Like the video, yes. Thank you, Caleb. But yes, like the video, please. Similarly, I've also seen people use smaller heat shrinks, split in half, go under their large heat shrink. I have done that personally. But that's okay. This will work. Let's see, now that it's nice and cool. Oh yeah, now that it's nice and cool, it's like a solid piece of plastic. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, that's way better than I thought. So it was just really molten. Now it's... I can't even bend that. Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. Okay, cool. All right, let's get this as thin as possible. So I'm gonna kind of just pull this all the way through as much as I can. And should I cut the nylon or cut it after the heat shrink? I think I'm gonna cut it after the heat shrink. Heat shrink will go in the middle like that. Let's go. I'll let this thing get hot. I gotta do it in little bits. I don't want that nylon to melt again. Hey Luke, how you doing, man? It's going. It's definitely going. I'm hopefully going to be able to push some plastic through this machine. I haven't printed with it in a very long time. But I got sensorless homing working. I got pretty much everything ready. Just this cable is the last step. Then we're going to do some input shaping and hopefully push some plastic through here. Oh yeah, cool. Let's do a little bit more right here. And then I'll put a zip tie on there. All right, let's let this cool a bit. Then I'll put some zip ties on. I'll cut the extra nylon. And we will go from there. Nice, this cable is looking so good. All right, so now let's see. Will it stay up? Oh yeah. Look at that. Perfect. Sweet. All right, so two pieces of nylon inside is the way to go. Doing good. Just got off a Zoom call with Creality. Oh, cool. ShareFest feedback. What do you mean by that? Nice. What cable bundle are you working on? Oh, so this is to power the EBB36. And since I'm running it in USB mode, this just has 24 volts and ground going to it. And the other two, I put 2 strands of nylon through here. So this tool head is going to be USB-C right here. And it's going to loop around like that and connect to this cable, which just gives it power. Yeah, so kind of CAN bus. It's like half bus. But the USB just goes to the Raspberry Pi, and that's all you need. So no need for a CAN board or anything in between. They reached out, wanted feedback from Earth ShareFest event. Oh, like about the ShareFest event. Nice, cool. Yeah, I tried to get them to release the video. The live stream was, you know, it's still recorded. I tried to get them to release that so that people could see the topics that were talked about. They said that they're not going to do it. At least the reps that I talked to said they're not going to do it. So we'll see. But that's really cool that they reached out. I'm happy about it. Yeah, I think ShareFest was fun, but the scheduling was way too aggressive. I mean, obviously you can't end the main event at 4 and have this one start at 4. People have to get there. People have to shut down their booths. You weren't allowed to shut down booths early because there was a fee. You know what I mean? So the scheduling was just too aggressive. But the event itself, once it started rolling, was pretty cool. The bar should have had beer. What's this wine and liquor only thing, you know? The bar should have wanted a brewski. Put in a complaint. Yeah, I suggested maybe doing the event on Friday night after setup. Yeah, that's not bad. But that'll be kind of like an icebreaker, I guess, as well, like to the days. But I don't think they're gonna go for that though, because that means they have to work for 3 days. Like setup doesn't feel like work most of the time because you're like setting up, but then you have to like work an event. You know, like people had to give speeches and prepare and like all that stuff. You know. Maybe. I wonder if having 2 separate like entities set it up. The Earth people had to do the penalty for leaving early because companies would start breaking down like halfway through the last day. People were coming in expecting companies to be there. Yeah, I never thought of that as a negative towards Earth. Like I think that's good. You want the companies to stay. Obviously, if there's an emergency, fine. But you know, I think it's a good idea to have the company stay there for the entire time. But yeah, if they do it again next year, hopefully I'll be there. I know it's invite only, but hopefully I'm somehow, for some odd reason, important enough to be there again. All right, what do you think? Cool enough? Yeah, that's solid. Okay, so this heat shrink turns into like almost like a solid piece of plastic, which I guess is a good thing. But either way, I'm gonna zip tie it here, right on the end. Let's go, and then let's snippy snip that, and let's snippy snip these nylons. There we go. Folks trying to bail out like Bush. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I get why they were trying to go, because, you know, they had an event. But that was just someone just scheduled it too aggressively. All right, so let me put this through here. Let's see how we're going to play this. Here, let me get you guys up there. Right into that light. Here we go, through the door. So, this cable can be plugged in like that. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, I like that. Let's get the zip ties prepped. 1. This is gonna be so much better than how I did it before. 2, and then this cable, I'm gonna go down and up so that there's no strain on it at all. Let's do a nice loop. There we go. Okay, that's 1. Just a little bit more slack before I clamp the other one down. Yeah, like that. Okay. And let's go with the next one. After all, these are just zip ties. I can always just easily undo. But that's what I'm looking for right there. Get these cut. Is that a clockwork too? Yes, it is. All right, and then the whole thing, the point, let me get you guys even taller. Wow, I haven't had this tripod this tall for this camera yet, I don't think. There we go. And there we go. All right, so now that these two are together, I guess I should have put that one in the front because of the LED. Should I put that in the front? That's fine. Let's just leave it the way it is. So I have these two things on here. These little Voron cable hooks. And I'm wondering if I should use them or not. I guess I should. See how this works. Slip these cables in there. There's just enough room. Yeah, there we go, like that. Let's go even higher. There we go. All right. So 3 cables. Let's get this here. This one into there as well. Should I get one more of those things? Yeah, I should do one more. I should put one more right here in the middle, and that will make this a nice clean bundle. Most fun I had building a stealth burner was when I did an LGX light extruder, EBB SB 2209 CAN bus, trying to figure out the right modded files to fit everything. Yeah. Now you put a piece of filament in there and loom them together. I did. I put 2 pieces of nylon inside of there. Steven. I had a Prusa moment. And then the plan is to use a zip tie right here. So let me put this thing in the front as far away as it goes, just so I can be sure I have enough of everything I do. So the plan is to use one of these right here. Give it just a little bit more slack. Let's do that cable in the front because, you know, RGB. All right, so we'll do like that first. And then I'm thinking I need one more of those right here, just to keep it tidy. And I had printed a bunch of these little guys. They just run a zip tie through them. So you kind of just put it into the extrusion, turn it, and it just holds cables. You guys can't see what I'm working on. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm gonna put this right here, and this will just kind of guide it straight down. A bit unnecessary, but you know, cleaning up wiring is not a bad thing, if you ask me. All right, let's do that, and I can always just take that off if I don't need it. And then as far as this part goes, all of that, let's have this cable in the front. This cable back here, then this, then the USB. And then we have this little guy where these 3 cables go into, like a little pass-through. Beautiful. Allen key, Allen key, Allen key. Bigger one, bigger one, bigger one. Maybe? There we go. Nice and clean. The rest will be in a loom, so we're not going to see it. Pretty good. Oops. How many people we got in the giveaway? 27. Okay, pretty good chances of winning. Guys, there's a pinned comment at the top of the channel. If you're planning, top of the chat, if you're planning on sticking around and you're in the US, you could win a roll of 3D Max filament. And all you have to do is just fill out that gleam.io, just so we can, you know, have a little chat about the question, which is there one specific printer upgrade that you are waiting for, yet to be released, or current, or to current? Apparently I can't write. Or to current? Okay, English, you know, English is tough. All right, so I'm digging this. I think one more way to clean this up is to add one more of those. One more of these, what are we gonna call these things? Clips? So that's what I wanna do, I think. I think I wanna add one more of these. So unfortunately, the way that works is it has to be slid on here, and this one has to be kind of like slid down in a forceful manner. Let me lower this leg a little bit. There we go. Maybe from over here. All right, so let's see. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. Let's get another one of these Voron clips. Oops, bending the PTFE tube. These are tight, a very, very tight fit. Bent it again. Whoops, that's okay. All right, now let's check for the height. I want it to be a little bit further, somewhere here. This should be directly in the middle. Yeah, okay. Let's get these cables in there and see what that's like. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would really like to finish this at some point, you know, in quotes, in air quotes, finish, so that I can get a serial number. I think that would be pretty fun. So that's kind of one of the goals. All right, I'm thinking that that's pretty good. I'm thinking another zip tie. This one's going to be kind of unsightly, to be honest. But at least it's a little zip tie. Doesn't have to be tight, just to keep these cables a bit neater. The other thing that I'm thinking I'm going to do is I think I'm gonna have to print a top hat lid. Because right now the lid on this goes flat, and this thing is going to be grinding so hard against it. I'm thinking doing a riser is going to be a good idea. If I don't win filament, I'm quitting this hobby. It's in your hands. Rig the contest. Oh man, that's going to be unfortunate to see you quit the hobby, buddy. My answer is nothing of substance. There's got to be something that you're looking for. Is it, you know, a toolless nozzle? Is it an added extruder so you can have two extruders? Is it an AMS system that finally works with everything? Is it, you know, I don't know, is it some kind of bed swapping system? Like, everyone has some idea of something they've been looking for. Lots of ways. Oh, you drew a blank? Really? All right, well, I guess that was the point of the question, just to kind of see if there was opinions or not. And it's okay if there wasn't. All right, let's see how. Let's do a little loop-de-loop like I had in here before. Some extra cable, never hurt nobody. Especially because it's a live 24 volt. No biggie. No big deal. You guys probably can't see what I'm doing. I'm sleeving the rest of the cables that are kind of on the side of the machine. And this is also going to require a couple zip ties. All right, and bada bing, bada boom. All right, hide that back there. Hide this back here. Okay, I am digging that. Let me show you guys what I'm doing over here. Hold on a second. Let me lower this bad boy. AMS for Chitty, yep. Like doable, but then you're just encroaching on territory of other printers. Yeah, that's okay. Pushing companies and pushing limits is definitely okay. I honestly could care less if I'm pushing on a printer, another company. It's just a company. They're just out to get your money. They don't care about respect. They're just a business. At least most of them are. I'm sure there's some that actually care. Anyone notice in the movie Fifth Element, there was when Lilu's recreated, her body was 3D printed. Really? I never noticed. But then again, last time I watched it, I don't think I was 3D printing. It was awesome and predicted 3D printing. That movie is great. I'm working with a company called Super.Green right now. Super Green. Remember when I don't remember the guy's name, the dude with the hair. And in our Slack, he reads our accomplishments as we finish tasks when we're working. So Fifth Element is something I see on the daily. All right, let's see. Got a bunch of messages. Is that you guys? Cyborg V0 blower duct. Oh, cool. Okay, thank you, Truggy. Oh, nice case, Mississippi Papa. I don't know if you're in here or not, but that's nice. All right. Let's see. I just had a question. What are some reasons that print layers come out rough, like uneven and some under extruded? Because of extrusion issues. Typically, if they're rough, that means typically it's over extrusion. If there's other reasons, like if depending on the machine, it could be some kind of Z wobble, where something isn't quite perfectly aligned or is binding in a way, which causes just slight deviation in your print layers. Most of the time, just tightening something that could be loose, like a loose bed, or recalibrating your E-stubs in your extruder can help big time with those problems. Like my next printer will really be a 700 by 400 by 600 Voron. Nice. That sounds fun. Yeah, Ruby. Yes. Exactly. Super green. Sounds like an inconsistent extrusion. Yep. I want to do some calibration prints, print tower, and E-steps, extrusion multiplier. Luke, exactly on point right there. Next content question, how many times have you seen The Fifth Element? True. I think my most personal watched movie ever is Dumb and Dumber. I've probably seen that movie to know every single one-liner. Or every single line, really, to be honest. That or maybe Home Alone, depending. I'm a child, what can I say? Micro Center has Creality K1 for $350 right now. Need to pick up in store. We'll actually be going to Thailand and flying through O'Hare. Okay, we have to try to pick one up on. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything even close to the performance and what you get out of a K1 for $350. I don't think there's any contest at all. Micro Center is really doing something crazy with this. So, they never asked what the big red button does. Send you a riser on Discord. Oh. Ooh, nice. Let me open that. I'm like wondering what's up with my screen. I think it's just the what's called is down. The brightness is really low. Let's see. Ooh. Browser view. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's do a follow. Like. Is this me? No. What is this? Who is this? What the? Wait, what? How is this a thing? That's weird. Where's my account? I just signed. So I'm like signed in again? That's odd. Alright, so that's not my account. I'll go. Ugh, I'll do that later. Alright, so yeah, that looks great. That looks really good. And it's I was gonna say it's solid, just 2 colors. 135, 600 beta. Yeah, I'd like it to be a little taller. So if there's the taller one, that would be nice. Yeah, 66. Sweet. That looks really easy to print too. Yeah, I would need it a little bit taller. That looks great. I'd love to convert to a single door too. I can't believe they have it split like that. I mean, I get it, but a single door with like a 270 hinge would be ideal. Oh, that looks good. That's awesome. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll keep this open and here, let's throw it over here. I'll keep that open and definitely play with that. I'm gonna age myself. Most watched movie might be MASH. Laserdisc. Yes, that's totally okay to age yourself. By the way, experience. As I'm getting a little older, experience is not something that you can replace with pretty much anything. You can know all the things, but experience is the thing that really lets you, know something. So yeah, no worries there. My buddy was Rudy Rod for Halloween. Ruby Rod, nice. His pictures of himself. Printed and then handed them out. Signed them with big paintbrush and red paint. Perfect. Most people had no idea who it was supposed to be. Did he do the whole voice and like the arrogance? I'm actually torn. V02 kit or the Bamboo Mini combo. Ooh, it's kind of interesting. If you don't have any other Vorons, I would do Voron. The Bamboo Mini ain't going nowhere. The Voron's gonna take time to like build and experience and rebuild and mod and do all this stuff. The Bamboo Mini seems to be a great combo, like a really great combo though. It's not crazy. People go back for filament and all the other things, sell super high margins. Yeah. Take my K1 riser I made and convert it for the Trident. Oh, I'd have to check out yours. You can see the layering on the human bones while she's being printed. Oh, that's cool. Fridge door. Fridge. I watched the first moon launch when I was a kid. Oh, nice. In black and white, mind you, kids these days. Yeah, they have no idea. Well, I guess you're talking about me, but whatever. Yeah, like watching my kid grow and just how much, like, I'm just remembering how dumb I was at her age, and just how smart she is, and how much more information that the kids right now have. Like, I still had to look up things in the encyclopedia and go to the library and write. They can get the answer to any question at any time, like always. I think the first phone that had internet was in college for me, right? Because I remember in high school, or at the end of high school, the first like color screen phone came out, and I bought it. And then those phones that you like flipped and slid with keyboards came out, but they didn't actually have browsers that worked really well at all. So we didn't have that level of information until later. But they have it growing up. Like, they're going to be smarter way faster than any of us. And I know on the internet we see a lot of dumb people, but that's just the internet. There was dumb people all the time. We just didn't see it. Yeah, he did the voice, the walk, the cane. Nice. That's pretty cool. Yep, right here. Sidekick, yep. Sidekick. Nokia, the bricks, man. Bricks. T-Mobile Sidekick. Yep, that was it. That's true. The Razor was an absolute game changer. Click clack fridge door mod for warrants. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, in that case, yes, I want to do that. All right. I think this is, what do you guys think? Check this out. So I think that's pretty darn clean. I mean, this is just because the cable was in zip ties. But I think that's pretty clean. Here's how it looks from the front, and then, you know, the cable lights up. Let's boot it. Make sure we didn't break anything. And let's just check it out. Kelly Rowland and Nelly did a video. Nice. They tried to text messages and it was Excel. Yeah. That's true. That was something like that. That's true. Yeah, I remember that. There was some like controversial topic thing about it. Looking back at it, it's hilarious. Light her up and send it. All right, let's get a cable. I think I have one plugged in still. I do. Question is, will it reach? Oh, I gotta go like under the feet. Oh, hold on. I have to move the printer because if I'm gonna do the dance, then I need this thing sitting evenly. All right, power. Once you see the underglow, you know it's game on. Also, I don't like the sticker here, actually, surprisingly. I wonder if I can take this off. It's just not clean, like the look. Let's see if I can peel that off. Hey, Tiger Flyer, how you doing, man? We got underglow. There's that cable dancing up there for the tool head. There we go. Okay. Great sticker quality. All right, I gotta stick this on somewhere now. Darn. let's do, there you go. I put it on the 4 filament dryer, the S4, Sunlu S4. 3D print an emblem to push it into the skirt. Oh, like into here. Doesn't underglow usually mean there's an electrical fire in your printer's control box? Well, you know what? Maybe I should do a fire effect on the LED. Like, you know, like the twinkling fire effect. That would be cool. On the, or the door handles. Hey, 3D experiments, how you doing? All right, let's pull up Clipper. And let's see how my sensorless homing works. So good, I love it. The cable is looking good. Yeah. That's the best. I love this thing so much. She is looking gorgeous. There's a printer on the Civic. It's the Type R model. I do kind of want to put the side panel on before, just to have it some kind of normalcy. The top I'll leave off because I think I'm gonna print that thing. But the side, I want to put the side on real quick. Let me grab that. How am I gonna remember which one is which? Oh, this has got to be the side. Because the side, I left off one of the foam things on here. So let me throw that on there real quick. And yes, this is the FISEC pre-glued side door thing. Which, as we all know, is not ideal, but it is what it is. It's very tough to unglue these sides and doors. So as you can see here, the cable is running right now, which means the actual EBB36 must be requesting some level of information to power something. Because technically the LEDs and everything, the heater, the fans, all that's being powered by the 24 volts. So I'm not sure what data is actually being used, because the cable seems to not light up when data is being requested, and only light up when it needs power, like charging. So I don't know, it's kind of confusing. This is not the right one. This is what? I need the top. I think that's not the top. Yeah, I think I grabbed the wrong one. So the top lid has these smaller angle things, and this has the larger ones. Let me double check my theory. That's correct. So this can all go back. Can I double check over here? Yeah, okay, confirmed. This is for the top. I don't know why I'm putting it all the way over there, but that seems to be what my mind has done. So I'll roll with it. I think Trident is the best Voron design. I don't know. I would like to experience other Voron designs. I do really like the V0.2R1. I've been really enjoying that little thing. Like, first of all, the 3 lead screw mod for the V0, I kind of want to do. The Vorons the printers for ants guys have that. I forgot what it's called. It has a cool name too. But that printer looks so gorgeous, and I really like the idea of having 3 lead screws on that little printer. I might do it. Seems like a pretty fun thing to do. Is it called a salad fork? I don't remember. And obnoxious anti-lag. Yeah, it seems like I gotta program some LED effects on this thing. That would be fun. Salad fork. Building one right now. Nice. Yep, salad fork. Salad fork seems cool. Definitely seems cool. There we go. Oh, Brian, my the monitor stands for the sim rig finally shipped. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be the final touches for that thing. I got the head tracking tuned much more today, and everything is looking so good. Did a couple laps. Such a fun thing. There's Salad Fork, which is scratch built with 1515. There's also a Tri-Zero, which is a V0 mod. I would have to do that because I don't want another one. I would have to mod mine. That's what I would do. All right, I don't even need to install these things, but I'm just gonna do it anyway for consistency's sake. Because this door is glued, so definitely don't need any of these things to hold it in. Where's this one sitting? Right on top? Yep. And one down here in the middle. Okay, there we go. Side panel on. Of course, I'll remember later that I forgot things, which I did. I totally forgot to zip tie that cable. It's okay. I'll get in from the front later. That's hilarious. Yeah, I definitely didn't zip tie it. Yep. Yeah, that's got all kinds of holders and zip ties and whatnot. Okay, while we're just standing around chilling, let's do... Did I make a thing for this? I didn't. Okay, let's do Voron Clipper. I don't need to type in Voron. Clipper input shaper. I can never remember off the top of my head. I always have to copy and paste from here. Ooh, almost there. Right here. All right, let's do it. All right, we're dancing. Crucible. That might be the one. That kind of sounds familiar. Is there any tool changer kits that are good right now? I don't think so. Tri-Zero. Hey, Hypermotive, how you doing? Simrig, please elaborate. Oh, I have at my office at work, I built 2 racing simulators. I know Brian's into them as well, so that's the Simrig I'm talking about. So I just set up head tracking with just a webcam. For certain interior shots, you can have it follow where you're looking. I don't like VR. I get motion sickness in sim racing, so I just have an ultra-wide monitor with a camera on top, so that slight movement, let's say you're drifting into a turn, or you need to quickly peek if there's a U-turn style turn in a rally game, for example, you can kind of just turn in that direction, and the monitor is wide enough and the camera actually follows you, so it's pretty good. black box. Ooh. Nice. I'm looking into transducer buckets again. That's a no-brainer. They were kind of annoying to set up, but I just bought the 35 watt, not even the 50. By the way, I don't recommend 50. I feel like my front one in the pedals is set to 15%, and the one under my butt, like not in the seat, but on the frame under where the seat is mounted, that one is set to 25%, and I do not want those anymore. Like, they will just distract you, you know, from everything. So you don't need to get 50 watt things. It was under $100 for 2 transducers and that dual channel amp. Super easy to set up. Will the sim racing be in the basement or upstairs? No, it's in my office. I have an office where I run a web design firm called Disruptive Inc. It's kind of like my home away from home. Like, I do stuff here with the fam and this, but that's where I am all the time. And I live behind a screen doing brain gymnastics with marketing and, you know, and planning. And just everything I do is sitting and focusing with my brain. And sometimes it is so nice to just not do that. So yeah, the sim rigs have been awesome. If I have 30 minutes or even 20 minutes, just hop in, drive a favorite car, just cruise around or just thrash something. It's very nice. The USB cable looks like a flux capacitor. You should weave it through the filter. Or 88 miles per hour. I like that. I'm surprised this thing lit up. I'm not sure why it was not before, I guess. Or maybe it's because we're doing input shaping. Looks like that's resonance data written. Okay, so I think that's done, right? Because it's not doing the calculation yet. This is just testing it. Yeah, I think it's done. Otherwise, it would have said calculating. Hit the like button, people. Yes, thank you. Hit the like button, please. Tri-Zero belted Z-Mod. Wow, that's a lot. What do you do for work? Oh, I just kind of briefly explained it. I run a web design firm called Disruptive Inc. for the past 12, 13 years. Web design firm? Yeah. 3D pinning magnet. RC cars now is racing sim. Stop doing life better than me. It's not all rainbows over here, man. It's not all rainbows. I'm just a hobbyist that can't help myself. Also, mountain biking. That's another time sink that I have. Building out racing and flight sim. Nice. Long-term project. Need to get a cage done. That's cool. Yeah, sim rigs at work. Yes. Sorry, I'm like catching up with the chat. There's always more as I get to it. Yeah, with sim racing and real racing, looking over the apex and even past it, super helpful and important. Yeah, so today I actually turned off the Z-axis on the camera and the X and Y, because what was happening was when I'm like really stressed in certain situations, I tend to go like a little bit head down, like in focus. And it was moving my camera down and like moving my head down, like into the lower in the seat. So now I turned that off, and it seems like the camera, it almost feels like I'm actually looking through the helmet, but like not my helmet, like dude's helmet. And now turning the head this way works really well with the camera. So yeah, I highly suggest you do it. I bought like the cheapest camera I could find that was 1080p actually it was the cheapest camera that had autofocus on Amazon. For it, and it worked right out of the box with also it doesn't work with Horizon 5. I know that's not a sim, but I just like being able to cruise around different cars, but it works right out of the box in Dirt Rally 2. And I gotta get WRC. I might just buy it tomorrow. We'll see. So let's get a count. Will it print? Yes or no? Oh, okay, yes, let's do it. Right, it will print. All right, let's go. You're right. Will, thank you for pushing me towards it. I start talking. Hey Zumi, how you doing? All right, let's see what's going on. So we did that one. Let's do the other one. Y-axis. All right, we're dancing. Do you guys want to? I guess we're gonna have to. We'll have to do the calculation. Let me grab that. Next. And let me, while it's dancing, open CyberDuck, which will let me grab the file. Let's just close it for now. Trident. Let's go to home. Where's it at? Is it temp? No. Where is it at? I don't remember anymore. Great. Well, I guess this will tell me. I think it's in temp. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. It'll be in temp. Print to go burr. Yeah, it's definitely going burr right now. I love that the cable is functioning. Yeah, I mean, that's sick. It looks so good. Do you usually use the recommended values? If so, the auto shaper tool will automatically apply them. Really? Auto shaper, like, what do you mean by auto shaper tool? I mean, I usually evaluate which one. And like, for example, sometimes it'll pick the 0% one, but there might be one that's much faster. That's like a 1.2%. I'd choose that because it's much faster. So I don't always choose what's recommended. I might for today, just so that we can get some kind of print going. I've been in a Corvette sim, like a real car. Oh, nice. Of course we missed you. All right, sounds like it's quiet now. Let's see. All right, re-enabled. Okay, let's calculate. Whoops. Let's paste. Oops, that doesn't go here. I need to SSH. Forgot. Let's get terminal. I think it's this one. Yep. All right, let's put these in there. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's get browser view. Yeah, I think this should be the last thing, because it'll do camp right before. Oh, I guess I should do one more Z offset, but that's quick. All right, let's see how these are. Actually, it'll be just better just to see the graphs, and we'll go from there. All right, let's go here. Where are the graphs at? Where do they go? I don't remember now. Does it tell me over here? Temp resonance. Oh, right, hold on. That was just the calculation. Wait. Shaver parameters not too bad. Oh. Where does it go, guys? Can you remind me? Not on run, right? No. Today, 11/12. Wait. Here's the file, but where are the images? I don't remember now. I thought it goes to like out or something like that. Well, now I don't remember. But I mean, according to this, they're in the temp file. They're not at the moment. Maybe I should just reconnect. Let's refresh. Oh, okay. I just had to refresh. Here we go. Actually, let me open these. Can I just open them from here? Nah, I guess I'll just download. All right, let's open these bad boys. Open. All right, we can close this. Here's these. We can close this. Let's go here. Printer. Here we go. Here's Shaper. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so this is for the Y. Can I make this bigger? Yeah, like see, like this is gonna recommend this, but this is so much faster, and it's only 1%. Like I would go with ZV 46.2 for the Y. ZV 46.2 because this percentage isn't gonna matter down low. But that's quite a big jump. All right, and then let's see X. And this one, 3.6 is so much more, and this is already 11,000. So MZV 63.2. MZV 63.2. It's not that different actually. There you go. Let's do that. And when it restarts, we'll heat. Sweet. All right, let's do 60 bed. There's nothing in the nozzle, so we can do 200 and just let it sit for a minute. All right, cool. That is not bad. Laid here off to bed. Hey, thank you for popping in. Really appreciate you. Have a good night. Good to see you. Good to see you. As for filament, let's get this red out of here. Actually, Creality made this really nice red. It's Hyper Series red. Oh, right, I forgot the spool is on this side. I guess it doesn't have to be, does it? I can put it wherever I want. Just need to push it just a bit more. There we go. Let's get these doors open. We at 200? We are. Let's extrude. I think this thing was still maxed out, right? It can't do 100. Also, why can't I extrude? That's weird. Why can't I extrude? Oh, it's too much, right? Is the length too much? Yes. Another thing I just realized, I probably have ABS in that nozzle, and this is not gonna go well. I need to heat this way more. This needs to be at least 250. I bet there's ABS in there. The other thing that I didn't do is Z-tilt. I mean, not Z-tilt, Z-offset. I should probably do that one more time. Oh well, I'll purge while the bed, no, the bed's already at 60. I'll purge this filament, I'll retract it a bit, and then we'll do Z-offset, and then we should be good to print. I'll hop into Orca. Let's just get this a little bit hotter. All right, 240, let's go. I hear it. There it goes. And actually, this is going to be the first time extruding without that crazy kink in the PTFE tube, so looking forward to that. Well, it's extruding nice and smooth. That's a good sign. All right, and then let's do a 20mm retraction. Looks like that wasn't enough. Still oozing. Let's finish oozing so I can do a decent Z offset setting here. All right, so let's go back to 200 on the nozzle. Have you had the camera freeze? I had my camera freeze 5 days ago in OBS. Yes, I have it freeze when I use too many hubs. So, you know, I'm on a MacBook Pro, so I have a USB-C hub that's running the camera. Well, it's running 2 cameras and another USB hub with regular USB cables. And that's like charging my Stream Deck, and there's another cable running somewhere else. I don't remember where it's going. And whenever I plug anything in, it freezes the cameras. It's like when it doesn't have enough juice. So, hey Ferdo, can you turn the music down a notch, please? Much louder than usual. Oh, really? Oh, my bad, guys. I didn't know. It seems it's the same. It's on the same setting. Is that a little better? You can barely hear my boy. How's that? All right, my bad. I didn't know. I always ask in the beginning of the streams how's you know, how it's going, so that I can tune it just right for y'all. And thank you for letting me know. Okay, we're good. Let's do the offset real quick. Ah, man, I love sensorless homing. It's just so good. Whoa, it moves to the front? What's happening here? Oh, I don't get the user interface? Oh boy, I don't remember what the commands are. Clipper Z offset. Yeah, I don't have. I guess my macro wasn't quite right. I gotta do that manually now? What kind of nonsense is this? Can't hear the music now, but better. Think about doing full tutorial video on how to get the Reboard 2 stock screen working with Clipper. I did. I know you talked about it, gave reference links. Oh. So, I mean, in the link to the thing, it shows a diagram of which wires to connect. And the rest is just copying, pasting a few commands, and then it just works. Probe, calibrate. I think that's what it is. I'm surprised I don't have... I'm surprised that little screen didn't come up. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, guys. Oh, you're right, it's tests or whatever it's called. Probe, calibrate. Yep, sure. Right here, this. This is what I need. Then when you're happy, type accept, okay? We're going manual up in here. Wait, what? Why is it not working? Probe, calibrate. What's happening? Let's try again. All right, something is definitely going on. All right, why don't you chill out? Let's do a restart. Something in there wasn't happy. Let's try again. Home it. Where are we going? We don't need auto calibrate. Oh, we definitely need auto calibrate. All right, we're homed. Probe calibrate. Why is it going back there? Oh, there we go. So my macro must be whack. That's weird. That's just weird. All right, let's go a little lower. Baby step it. All right, somewhere right here should be perfect. Maybe a little more. All right, that is how, that should be good. Let's do accept. Let's do save config. All right. I think we're golden. Was I smart enough to set up priest? Yeah, I did. I just forgot about it. Get to the chopper. Okay, let's do Orca. Orca slicer. Get to the slicer. Get them to the slicer. How did I do? Oh yeah, that's definitely chitty. That's the chitty. That's the chitty sheet. Where am I boring at? I have a 0.6 nozzle in there. Hey, I forgot about that. I forgot about all of this. Interesting. I don't remember much of this. Let's do an Orca cube. Slice and dice. 39 minutes. We don't need 3 wall loops. 15, we can do 10. Let's make this honeycomb. First layer 50, holy. Somewhat slow actually. 35 minutes, that's fine. I just wanted to print. Home this bad boy. Do it now. Come with me if you want to live. I'm the party pooper. Kindergarten, yes, it was really good. Twins was great. So my brother-in-law is super tall and not lanky, he's super fit, very fit dude. He's very tall, muscles. He owns a CrossFit gym, so he's just super fit dude. And when he stands next to me, I call us twins. It's not a tumor. Everybody to the carpet. Come to the carpet now. No, it does not have auto Z offset, but Z offset should be done. All right, let's just send it, and I will hold my button over this emergency stopper just in case. Error updating print to host. Couldn't connect to the server. Failed to connect Trident. Oh, I know why. It's because that thing. Wait, no, I'm in it now. I'm in here now. HTTP test. That's correct. That's all correct. Print. Upload and print. Completed. All right, now I'm holding emergency stop. Let's see how this behaves. Why did it turn the heater off? It's definitely been a while since I used this machine. I don't remember all of its quirks. So for some reason it turned off the hot end. And it's not heating the bed. I don't remember what my macros do. So I think we're just waiting for the bed. Or something got messed up when that error came up. Now it's going to 150. Oh, okay, right. So it has this whole ABS, heating the chamber, running the fans thing set up. Okay, I remember now. Yeah, it'll home with 150 on the hot end and do that whole thing, and then it'll stop. Then it'll actually get to, right. Okay, I remember now. It's gonna do Z tilt, all that jazz. It's been a while, like I said. Let's get it higher. So the Z tilt, then it's gonna do camp, then it'll heat up to full temperature, and then it'll send. I just forgot. Yeah, see, camp, happy camping. It's doing camp now, which is awesome. I'm laughing out loud and my wife asleep. I do this all the time. I'll like lay down, I'll be like, oh, a couple more Instagram posts or something, and I'll try to hold in a laugh. And I'll end up just exploding and shaking the entire bed laughing. I forgot about the emergency stopper so many times. No. You gotta utilize that button. I actually kind of want to make like a racing style toggle switch, just so you can like cut power. Did your slicer set the variables? No. I think I did. I think everything is set in my start. Start print config. I did like a whole thing. It like waits for something to heat. It heats. It soaks the bed for I think at least 1 minute. Soaks the bed for 1 minute or several minutes, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I have like a whole thing because the ABS. You have to have everything hot, and then the fans run. Yeah, like I have the fans. I don't think it's actually running right now, but there's there's filtration system up top with HEPA. And then down here we have the next gen modded filter filled with carbon. So there's like a whole ordeal that I set up for ABS printing. Yeah, now it's going to 210, which is right. All right. So it should be ready to go any second. Oh! All right, I forgot that I didn't push the filament down. It looks like purging is okay. Okay, that's way too high. I'm gonna have to restart that print. Lower it some though. A little more. A little more. A little more. Almost. There we go, somewhere here. There we go. Oh, more. Even more lower. This is obviously gonna have to be redone, but that's okay. All right, we'll use this. Let's go cancel. Gotta get that Z offset set up correctly. Come on out of there. All right, I'm gonna save this. Hello? Whoa. Save config. Let's go again. All right, select. Preheat, look at that. I never even noticed that little thing. Where is it? Nope. Oh, I forgot about this view. Nope, that blocks the view that I'm trying to show you. This one. I forgot that there is this little sub-menu. It has preheat. That's kind of neat. We're just going to hit print. For the love of all things unholy, please turn the music down so I can hear it. Even more? I turned it down so much. Also, I'm yelling. Like, my mic is peaking in the red. Music seems fine to me on earbuds, though I'm partially deaf. I want to hear music louder than the voice. It does sound different in headphones. It just does. Music's quiet on my PC. Each device seems different. Yeah, I did notice that when I watch live streams. It depends on what you're listening through. Like if you have like a mono speaker system, it's gonna blast it. If you have any kind of thing that determines front and rear or side to side, it's gonna sound different as well. I turned it down some more, but now I have a feeling that it's just not gonna be. It's not even gonna be on now. All right, so we got 20 minutes left. Oh, no music. See, I can't please everybody. Yeah, I'll go in between where that was and here. Zoomy, is this still too loud for you? I got bass coming in. Ace of bass. I can turn myself up just a bit, but I'm already peaking in the red, and I know it's not gonna sound good to people. It's fine now to 1. It's good. Perfect level. Oh, nice. I like perfect. All right, let's see how the Z offset does. The bass. There we go. I'm sure this thing has a ton of updates, by the way. Because I haven't done one in a long time on Clipper. I'm not gonna. So that cable is actually working well. Sounds gooder. Hey, Michael, thanks for subbing to the channel. I appreciate it. Ace of base. I do know ace of base. I guarantee you someone soon will remix some of their music. It's gonna come back around. All right, so we're doing another mesh locally to where I'm printing, which is just my favorite feature of all time. Also, looks like Touch Portal finally installed itself. Let me see if I can quickly reboot that. Replace. Okay. Touch Portal on. Maybe it's my phone then. The tablet died and I don't usually watch on my phone. It's just because the phone has 1 or 2 speakers and it tries to make all the sound flat. So I know what you're talking about. All right, hopefully this will let this thing work. And I will be able to actually control my OBS again. That would be goals. Current version, okay. All right, why can't I connect still? Let's go through the connection wizard. That's the worst. Setup wizard. Next, next, next. Go. Oh, hold on. Let me get to the button. Need the button. Beautiful purge. I can barely hear the music now. All right, that's better. You can still go a little lower, but I'm going to keep it there. I can go a little lower. Let's go just a hair. Oh, that's almost perfect. That's perfect. Just a couple more clicks. I love that this printer's big enough where I can put the entire camera like in it. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Look at that little wiggle it just did. I gotta remove that. It's actually slower. Yeah, that little wiggle. It does a little dance. Oh yeah. It's printing. Hey-o! Love it. The Trident is back. And my cable, the cable is lighting up. We all know LEDs are half the battle. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, you know what? I have the retraction set super high. I can see some issues. I have the retraction set stupid high because the old so I didn't know, but the PTFE tube. Wait, I have it over here. For those that weren't in the last one, here's what I found when I was redoing this whole thing. My PTFE tube was so squished in there, and I had no idea. There's no way for me to see this. So when I took it apart and saw that, I was like, holy, but this machine always had a really high retraction, and it's because of that kink. And it looks like it's going to under-extrude some parts because of that. Yeah, like I can tell it needs a little bit more tuning now. But that's okay. Now that's fixed. And also, it doesn't. So this was the wrong PTFE tube to have in there. You definitely want the smaller diameter PTFE tube, and this is the large stuff. So I ended up putting some Capricorn tube in it now. So that portion is going to be good. So printing this block is actually a good idea because now I'll have something to directly compare. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to finish before 12, but that's okay. If you guys want to stick around for a few more minutes, I'll finish this one. But it's alive. I have my Trident again. That's amazing. I mean it in the most loving way possible. I can watch my TV, but then I can't chat with you all losers. Love it. That LED on the print is so dope. Oh yeah, that's the best. That's what I want on my Voron V0. The LEDs on the print help you see so much. Obviously for you guys it's a bit blown out, but for me it's awesome. You can also turn the brightness down on it. You have full control over the RGB. In fact, I think I could even do it on the fly. No. Right, does controlling LEDs on here work when it's printing? I guess let's find out. No, not while it's printing. Oh yeah, there we go. This is when the machine sits idle. It goes full red everywhere. And turns off all the white LEDs so they're not blinding in your face. And then when you go LED on, whoop, all the lights turn on so you can see. It's so good. It's so good. This is the best machine. Randy, how you doing, my friend? Look what's running, dude. Oh yeah, that does not look good. That needs some love. I see some holes in the walls. All kinds of problems. So it was not printing before. So I did Juan, I removed this much wiring. I removed this much wiring from the machine to simplify it, to just run those cables that you see up here, which includes a little board that goes onto the tool head. So it just needs to be reconfigured, reset up, but it took a little while to get it all back to where it was in the configuration file in Clipper. But everything is functional and working. It just needs to be tuned, which is a fun thing to do. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. Not in my PTFE. Looks good. The printer, that is. Oh, it looks like I'm like behind. Oh no, okay. Looks nice. My favorite part of this printer is the light shining. Yeah, and the print. Yeah, it's a good one. Don't forget, Zumi, you can build this tool head for pretty much any machine nowadays. Like I'm gonna put one of these tool heads on my Reborn 2. You can definitely put this on anything, any Ender style machine, anywhere. And the cool part is, if you build it the same way I did, you can take the whole thing off to do any kind of maintenance. So, like, you don't have to like be in the printer. So it's pretty cool. The Nomi is going to be the last part. I have a problem with mine, unfortunately. It was myself doing. I broke it. So I'm gonna hopefully get another one. I'm gonna buy 2, I think, and go from there. But I definitely want a Nomi on here. I already modified a shroud to have my logo on it. But while I'm gonna have that off, I'm thinking about doing a new hot end, because this one maxed out at about 17 millimeters cubed on flow, and I know that that's nowadays that's not good. I always loved this hot end, but this was before fast printing came out. Now that fast printing is a thing, there's even inexpensive hot ends that could easily outflow this, and I want it to flow in ABS, so I'll be doing all the tests in ABS. So I might go with a bamboo hot end, because it's inexpensive and flows actually really well. You think this tool head is that much better than the? Yes. So mainly because this is this is a heavy tool head, but it's much lighter than the tool head on the Reborn 2. In fact, I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but someone in the Discord did this mod. And then compared the input shaper, and it was not even close. Like you can't even compare it. It's completely 100% worth the modification. The light on the print reminds me of the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I gotta look that up. They're here. I don't remember the name. Was it you? No, it can't be you. You wouldn't ask. Great job. Very happy for you. Thank you. Mosquito Magnum. All right, hold on. We got to look that up. Close this. We don't need terminal anymore. Aliens, man, aliens. Oh, yeah. Oof. Oof, that's steep. 180 bucks. Yeah, man, that is a good looking hot end right there. What's the flow like? Is it obscene? .4mm nozzle, huh? Also, I'm wondering if this 17 that I did when I was tuning this machine was with this nozzle. Yeah, it was. It was with this 0.6mm nozzle. Oh yeah, the retraction on this is set so wrong that it's embarrassing. But that's not the point. The point is it's printing and the rest can be tuned out. I wonder what it is actually. Let me look really quick. Let's go here. I think retractions are in here. Nope, they over here. Wait, what? Plot twist, they're super short. What? Why? Now I'm confused. I guess I was testing stuff. I remember it was up to like something crazy, like 6mm, like as if it was not a direct drive, as if it was a Bowden. And that was the only way I was able to get like stringing under control. But this seems low. 0.5 is too low. It should be somewhere around 1. But I can tell it's definitely a problem. The retraction is not tuned correctly. I think I have an upgraded one with higher flow. Think about what a 3D printer will be able to do in 20 years. That's crazy. I can't even fathom. Also, guys, it looks like there's 5 more minutes left in the giveaway. So go ahead and jump on that link on the top of the chat. That should take you to a gleam.io link. If you guys are going to stick around to the end, might as well jump in here. We got 4 minutes left, 35 entries, so pretty good chance to win a roll. You have to be in the United States to win. All you have to do is answer the question, is there one specific printer upgrade that you are waiting for? And English is my second language, so I wrote yet to be released or too current, because just words are tough. Please describe. Elegoo Neptune 4 has a flow rate of around 32 cubed. See what I mean? Like, it's time. It's time to upgrade the hot end on this thing. So I think if I'm going to be printing parts for the toolhead in general, I might especially because I made it so modular everywhere else, I might as well print a new mount and do a new hot end. The pizza microwave scene from Back to the Future will be real hot. Yeah, right? You put the pill in, boom, turkey comes out. Or was it chicken? I don't remember what it was, but I remember the scene. In 20 years, everyone will have a $400 SLS printer. Yeah, maybe. As one of the few females here, every time someone asks about flow, I whoops. Water cooled would be really fun. I would love to do water cooled. I would love to do water cooled. 100% would love. I think Piapoli mentioned that their extruder assembly can do like 60. Ooh. Wow. I hope you win too. Nice. Yeah, I've been to a urologist many times. I go pretty regularly. I'm on medication for certain things, so there's some interesting things revolving around that. Not flow related, but I hear about it enough. What's the trick to getting sensorless homing working? My Mercury 1 does not work with it. There was no trick. I followed the tutorial. You basically find out one at a time, one axis at a time, when thing can go. Well, it was like the first was finding the minimum or the maximum. Yeah, it was the minimum amount, the minimum number sensitivity for it to start homing, and then you find the maximum to where it hits but only does one hit, and then you use this calculation that gets you the number. And then one of the other problems that I had initially was I wasn't moving it back about 5 millimeters, I think it is. Yeah, so when it hits, I have it moving 5 millimeters, and then I have it wait a second. Because if you don't have it wait a second, it just goes crazy. So basically, it hits, it moves 5 millimeters, then it sits for 1 second, then it does the other one. Hits, moves back, waits 1 second, and then everything seems to be perfect. So that's what I ended up doing on mine. Hey buddy, how did the build go? There it is. We got the cable sleeved. I have 2 strands of nylon in there. The USB-C cable seems to be lighting up the entire time, which is perfect, which is what I wanted. I have a lot of lights on in here, overhead, both sides. So it's pretty light in here, but this LED light is actually really cool. It like flows constantly into the hot end, almost like filament. And looks really cool. I think one change I'm going to make is I'm going to undo the zip tie, and I'm going to put that cable on the front so that you could see it coming off right here, because right now you can only see it, you know, everywhere else, and I want that cable in the front coming from there. So I'll probably do that as soon as this print is done. But my sensitivity is stuck at 125. One of mine is pretty low. I don't remember which axis. Actually, we can check, can't we? Let's look. Let's go. All right, so my Y is 133 and the X is 100. So that's what I ended up with mine. Oh, okay, and looks like, yeah, so it looks like that calculation on the X was 110, but I ended up using 100. That was better. And then the calculated on the Y was 113, but I ended up using 133. And once again, that was better. And now it's working perfectly fine. Maybe it's something board related. You do have to add a jumper to the board for the diag pins. Maybe something is off there. The Magnum says it does 91. Holy moly. Yeah, you have to have the diags jump, yes, on your board. You can't have anything plugged into your end stop ports on the board. That's also true. Yes, that's true. You have to fully remove them. They can't even be plugged in. That's true. I can't change it for some reason. Did all that, no change with my pinouts. I'm assuming the steppers are in UART. I know that's kind of silly to ask because I don't know what machine you have, but it has to be, the stepper drivers have to be running in UART. What else can it be? Yes. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. I literally just went down a list in the tutorial and it worked. MKS Monster. Man, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But yeah, this hot end is the Fadus and Zodiac collab that they did back before Zodiac got bought out by E3D. And it runs their Zodiac 0.6mm nozzle, the crazy hardened, like a ridiculous one. That's super cool, actually. But it was before fast printing, so it was never optimized for that ever. I'm sure if I put a different nozzle on here, like a CHT nozzle, it'll be fine. And I have a bunch, but I haven't found a good hardened one because I want to print carbon fiber materials on here. I'll have another Chainsaw Man progress update on the Discord tonight if anyone following along on my project. Yeah, please. Any progress is cool. Oh, 1202. Sorry, guys. The contest is over. Yes, I did notice that. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Yeah, Chris's basement. That's true. Thanks, old dude. Facts. He did a tutorial. It's like a 30-minute video. Might want to just go through it again. All right, let's do the giveaway while the print is finishing. Everyone ready? All right, so before I pick, let me read off some of these. Hold on, let me go to my other view. Close this. All right, let's go. Reporting? Is it reporting? No. Entries? Entries. Here we go. All right, so let's see what you guys want as an upgrade to a printer. We got better bed leveling. The V2 of the carrot feeder. That's true. I would love another V2. Although it seems like, what's it called, Philometrics or something like that? That mod with the cutter seems to be really good. A lot of people are really enjoying that one. Proximity sensor for my Chitty Max. Okay. Direct drive for my Lurge IX. You got some options. I just want more innovation and less copying. That's true. Copying has been a big part of 3D printing. Think RepRap, you know. But yeah, innovation is cool, and I think we've seen a ton of innovation recently, which is also really cool, and I hope that keeps going. A home metal printing. Actually, that was one of my answers to Creality's interview when they said, like, what's the, you know, I said one of the future things is being able to do stuff with metal at home. Because that was what I was originally interested in, but 3D printing is obviously so much more accessible. It's not even, you know, not even comparable. So metal home printing was definitely something I wanted. The Chrome set is a multi-filament kit that runs Clipper. Oh yes, I've seen it. It's on Kickstarter at the moment. Yes, but that's still, so basically you're saying a multi-material system that you could add to your machine is what you're saying. That's reliable. Chocolate. You have some options already. A good color changer, I agree. Not really. Okay, so you got it all going on, whoever answered that one. I'm looking forward to the newly released Obsidian HF for my black box build. I already put my dibs on with KB3D to get a few on a E3D Roto as well. Nice. That's going to be an awesome setup. Still building like mad, but honestly looking forward to final firmware for my Prusa Mini with input shaping. Yes, I've seen some info on that, and the input shaping is going to be super cool on the Prusa Mini. Really brings that machine, you know, into modern, along with modern machines. PI sheet from Aloxa Aquila and a new hot end. PI sheets, I had some links in a prior video to like a 1099 sheet that I use on the SE, the new Creality Ender 3 SE, and they're fantastic. Even the really inexpensive ones, highly suggest. Liquid cooled hot end, yes. Independent extruders for multicolor, multi-material, yes, I agree. Just want a slicer that can do a better job at understanding where problems are. Yeah, like more automation within slicers, that's cool. I'm not sure, I have so many things I want to do, but not enough time. I am with you there. I want an enclosed SVO5, need time to work on it, yep. Multicolor head, yep. That doesn't waste half a kilo, yes. 5 axes, oh, nice. We're going 4D. More eddy current ABLs like the beacon, yes. So there's a BD sensor now, but I have a feeling more and more are going to start coming out. Open source all the bamboos. Wouldn't that be something? That would be so cool. I'd buy one. An upgrade that would automatically give you the first perfect layer every time without the need of constantly adjusting it. That's getting closer and closer. I'm almost willing to say that is almost here. I now have 3 machines that are completely fully automated without ever touching any of that stuff. Fixed bed flying gantry, K1. That's a cool idea. Fixed bed flying gantry, K1 and K1 Max would be cool. Totally doable. 6 tool changing Voron, yes. Nothing yet, enjoying printing. Good for you, sir or ma'am. Got my Ender 3 SC wireless. Yep, wireless would be nice. Also, I just saw that they did an update to the Sonic pad that'll make it work with the SE. So that's one way if you have that. Their Nebula pad that's going to come out soon is also going to be an option. I want to design filtration system for my ChidiX Smart 3. Nice. Also doable. A1 hot and clone ARMS upgrade for any printer will be revolutionary. That's true. Those clones work. Oh, the hot end clone for the A1. I see what you mean. There's some close ones. I want to upgrade my printer's hot end to an all-metal hot end and try CHT clone nozzles. Doable. You should be able to do that. Cooling for the V3 SE. Eventually getting a machine that would do automatic nozzle switching. Yes. You know, the whole tool head would probably be easier in that sense. I'm interested in the Elegoo Orange Storm Giga. Yes, me too. Me too. FlashForge 5M Pro would work wireless with Orca. Yes. I feel like that they just did that. So I have a video coming out tomorrow morning on the 5M, and I talk about that in it. So please tune in. Ender Extender. Ender Extender was fun. I still have my Ender Extended machine. All right, so that was that. Let me catch up with chat real quick, and I'll pick up a winner. Let's see. Sorry. Good luck. Remove myself. Oh, you don't have to, but all right. Thank you. That's ready. LaCroix. LaCroix exploded in the fridge. If I win the contest for my spool of filament in this Trident and this Trident, can you switch out the trim colors of blue? Oh, you want this Trident too? Nice. All right, let's do it. All right, draw winner. One winner, draw. All right, we have a winner. Are you in the United States? Yes. All right, announce winners in widget with avatars. Announce. Congratulations to Will M. Will M. You have won a roll of filament. Is it Wilmar? And if it is, where you at? Congrats, Will. People recommend dry lube for lead screws. Are they referring to WD-40 dry lube? No, it's PTFE lube is considered dry. It's still wet, but it's considered dry lube. So far, I've been just using my mechanical keyboard super. That'll work too. I'll try my winning filament for that box of Monopoly in the back. That's a classic Monopoly set. Well, that one is trash. You can have that one. But there is a classic original Monopoly from like the 60s that's up there. Will, did you jump in here? No? Will was here earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here. What time is it? It is 12:10. As usual, I want to have this fair. I want to give this to somebody that's present. So at 12:15, I will redraw. I know there's also a delay. So Will... oh, there he is. There he is. Congratulations. You have won a roll of PLA Plus. Congrats, man. Yeah, congrats. Okay, so here's what you do. You've been here enough to probably know, but head to their website. There's a link down in the description below to 3D Max. Pick out a roll of filament that you like. Make sure that the roll is in stock. And then email me at Fedor, which is Fedor, Fedor, at 3dprintsos.com. Okay, write that down. Fedor at 3dprintsos.com. And shoot me your address and your choice of filament that's in stock. And I will forward that to 3D Max within a few days. Bot name. And we will get that going. I'm going to stick around until this print is done. I can definitely see it has some issues, but the fact that it's printing is just so cool, guys. Like the amount of wiring that came off this thing, the amount of functionality that it has is just, I'm very happy. Bro. It's fun to win. It is. It is fun to win. Will is in Argentina. Redraw. You should get TPU. Yeah, I have some TPU. I'm really surprised 3D Max doesn't have TPU yet. I've talked to them before about it. They do say that the majority of their customers that are like bread and butter that actually make their business run print farms and buy in bulk, which makes sense. That's why they have those bulk discounts and stuff. And that's why they have those 5 kilogram spools. And those people don't necessarily buy too much TPU, so it makes sense. They're a business, so you know, why would they make that stuff if you know, an individual is going to buy a spool here and there once in a blue moon, when, you know, someone's buying, you know, 30 spools at a time minimum, you know. Well, I did not win, so goodbye, FDM. I'm off to resin printing. Good luck. Buy yourself a nice mask, respirator, and go from there. Don't shoot him your address, you might die. Yeah, true. Have you done any 3D print upgrades to your board games? Yes, a bunch. So my favorite board game is called Scythe. And so I have the entire set all crammed into the main box, all in 3D printed, what's it called, organizers. So I have a lot of games that I have 3D printed organizers inside of them. I have some 3D printed games. I've never had multicolor, but if I do and when I do, I'll definitely do the multicolor Catan. I don't really like Catan, not a big fan, but just to have that full 3D printed multicolor Catan set that's around, I really want it, including the box. So I would definitely make that a project. But yes, I've done a ton. Custom meeples are easy to print. Yeah, there's a lot of 3D printed stuff over there on that shelf. One that's easy to grab is a 3D printed part, like it's not a miniature, but close. Let me grab it. One of my buddies paints minis, and so this was printed, I think, on my original Ender. This is a factory that goes in the middle of the Scythe map, or the extra large map, the larger one. So he painted it for me and added like grass and moss, and you know, this is just a 3D print. You can see it was back in the day when I still was on glass on the original Ender. But yeah, so when you get here to the center, the miniatures can actually sit on here. There's 3 of them. Because you can have conflict in the game. Pretty cool. Lots of stuff like that. I need it. Great paint job, yeah, definitely. That's a good game. Yeah. Scythe is the best. Who made that one game in our Discord? Hold on. Let me see if I can grab it. Someone made a game in our Discord. It was a remix of something else. It was like you put a turkey on top and you try to break through. That would be a fun thing to print. Was that in Toys for Tots? Gosh, my memory is just garbage. No, it wasn't in Toys for Tots. Hold on, I'm still scrolling. Oh yeah, here it is. Rubicon. Let's change the view. Nope, not that one. Yeah, like this would be fun. Oh, it's on Maker World. Yeah, let's move that out of here. Hey, printer, that thing is going. My whole desk is about to fly away. Yeah, so this is fantastic. Great for Turkey Day. So you put this turkey on top, and you get these blocks in here, and you use one of these forks to push these out. And the goal is to not drop this. It's just like a little party game. You know, it's not a tabletop or board game type thing, but a little party game. Can you do a close-up of the completed cube? Yeah, of course. Keep in mind, this needs tuning. It definitely needs tuning. It had a problem with retraction. I can tell from here. There's some literally holes, but otherwise, it should be good. I went a little nuts with the Open Forge sets a while back for D&D. Nice. I still have Stage Top to print, and I just haven't mentally brought myself to another project, which I was really gonna do it, and I feel like I missed the golden opportunity. Oh, did you guys see that? When it's finished, it goes full red. So cool. The original's unprintables, and I suggest that you can make different things for the top instead of a turkey. Yeah, for sure. You can pretty much put anything up there, really. As long as it's wide enough. There's probably a mathematical calculation to the width that thing has to be for it to be like fair. Humpty Dumpty? Humpty Dumpty would be good. Or the Humpty Dumpty was the original? There's another one that's like a penguin one where this one's standing up, but this one's laying down, and you like use an ice pick to hit the ice tiles, and the penguin can't fall in or something like that. Is that full RGB? Yes. Like, can you make it go green when finish? Yes. There's also a plugin that you can install that gives you crazy effects. One of the other things that it does is when it turns on, it boots like sequentially, like it goes doom 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 and turns on like that. You can have all sorts of effects, like that fire effect for the bottom. That's all very doable. Don't break the ice. Yeah, those are all little funsy little things. They're all kind of originally loosely based off an old school kids game called Animal Upon Animal. That was kind of like one of the first ones of those dexterity games. Oh, if you had that kid as a game, then it's not. As in, like, it's not based on what I just said. But those dexterity stacking games are all kind of stem from that one main one. Animal Upon Animal. There's a ton. You know, social games and party games are extremely different than other, tabletop games. Obviously, right? Humpty Dumpty is just what pops in my head when I think about things fall off the wall. I think the original might be Humpty Dumpty. I don't remember off the top of my head, though. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's take a look. Actually, let me turn these LEDs on so we can get some lights. Alright, let's get it under the light. Get these little wisps out of here. Alright, so this is uncalibrated. I'm trying to catch the light so you guys can see. It definitely has problems. But 0.6mm nozzle. Here's the important part. Does this fit? Yep. Is it flush? Yep. Can't tell you how many times I've printed one of these things and this doesn't fit at all. So at least I know the flow works. It just had it just has holes from not having the correct retraction. As far as the wall goes, let me see if I can catch the light. That's pretty good. Don't forget it's a 0.6mm nozzle too, right? Like, that's not bad. This little white pieces. And this is like a direction change for whatever reason. I forget what setting you have to change for that, but that's pretty good. I gotta go get my beauty rest. Hey man, thank you for being here, Luke. As always, a pleasure having you here. And get some damn rest. Yeah, this is not bad. Not bad for, you know, the machine finally working after all this time. So I'm happy with it. Get to the slicer. I'm gonna have to do that every time, huh? There's a new Ghostbuster movie trailer released today. Really? I'm excited for that. The top, there's a little bit of a gap issue, but that's pretty good. Bottom, can we get the light? Also, there we go. I mean, the bottom was perfect. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I am pretty happy with that. That's good enough for government work. And we gotta love the purge. The camp purge is the best. Look at this. There's no other wasted filament. And it was like a good, thick, nice purge. It's fantastic. And you see this little piece of filament right there? That is the reason why I removed the... What's this thing called? That's one of the reasons why I removed this. Even though, yeah, it can do automatic Z. I don't want it because this thing was constantly a bummer. It would heat up. That thing would be a problem. It always messed it up. I hated it. And then, yeah, just the Omron seems to be really reliable. Sex bolt, yep. It seems to be so reliable. And maybe there's some, I mean, between this, and I've had like long pieces come off of this thing too. And it just works. I'm still surprised that the cable's working. Because when I was testing it earlier, it would stop. But I guess now that everything's hooked up, it's working just fine. Cool. I guess I will tune this thing a bit. I'll probably use ABS to tune though, not PLA. And I'm gonna jump right into printing that that cover. All right, I did want to do multicolor. I wanted to try the pausing. That's okay. I'll do that. I'll do that some other time. But I do want to print this cover. The taller one. This one. Let's grab these real quick. Yeah, because I'm gonna need it. If I'm gonna put the stock thing on, it's just gonna rub this thing so much. So, no thanks. But yeah, as far as the things I have going on the channel, oh, hold on, let me catch up real quick. Have a good night, fellow polymer melters. Hey man, have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Omron switches are what is a many high-end gaming mice. Right. A lot of them are rated 20 million plus clicks. Yes. This Omron is an optical switch, but yes, I actually installed some Omron Reds into one of my mice. 5 6 away from falling asleep. So a couple things for the channel just in general. I have tomorrow morning, I have a video coming out, the review for this machine, the 5M, not 5M Pro, the 5M. Printer that can print ice cream, nice. That's coming out tomorrow. Spoiler alert, I loved it. But I have a rant that FlashForge is not going to like. Or they'll respect. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know which direction it's going to go. But they've had several days to see the video. They have not replied. So it is what it is. It's going live tomorrow morning. And then starting tomorrow, I am going to be doing a video on my desk. So what I mean by that is, let's go here. So back behind my computer here, right there, is a automatic, like a standing desk from FlexiSpot. So one of the problems I have on my desk, I can't pull this thing out enough to show you, but there's a lot of 3D printed stuff on here. Anything from organizer drawers to swiveling swiveling computer stands that go up and down, and you know, risers to get the displays equal. There's just a lot of 3D printed stuff, and even down to having a hole in here that's, you know, with one of these little 3D printed grommets. So I wanted to do a video on my setup, but I'm really unhappy with the legs. And the legs are from IKEA, and they're separate legs, and they're on 3D printed risers. So they're just super floppy. Like for example, wow, all the fans turned off, now it's quiet in here. If I hold this up, can you guys see how much that moves? Like, look at how, so I have the table bolted into studs, but that's not enough. So I've been looking for legs to buy, and I came across them, I messaged them, they're happy to work with me. So the next thing that's coming up is I'm redoing this whole area again. So I'm gonna unbolt it from the wall, and I'm gonna have that table, those legs set up. They're meant to hold 440 pounds. So hopefully this table is super rigid and stops this nonsense moving so I can work here with my sanity. So that's the next video. I'm kind of just gonna focus on my work area, what's working, what's not. Maybe you guys can find some inspiration based on some of the 3D printed stuff that I have around me that I work with every day, because some of it's pretty cool. And hopefully my input shaping will get better without this ridiculous floppy table. After that, I have a ton of other machines to get to. You know, the Voron V0.2 needs a review before I add all those mods. I have a bunch of machines over there. I have that ANET, the retro ANET live streams that I would love to start. But I think the next machine review is going to be the KE. And I was thinking about doing the KE with the CR10 SE. And if I do the CR10, maybe that needs a live stream first so that both the machines are unboxed and ready to go. I don't know, I have to decide. But yeah, there's a ton going on. There's a MINGDA machine. There is the Neptune 4 Plus. I don't think there's anything else coming. There's some big tree tech stuff. There's the Reborn 2 to do that I just don't have time to do, and I really, really want to because it's a super fun machine. What else? Oh, I have the repurposing of one of the VoxLab Kilo machines and taking it all apart. Yeah, lots and lots of fun stuff. Oh, I have to redo the benchies across here because I ended up printing all those brackets to hold them. It's endless. It's endless stuff. But that's what's happening with the channel. In case, you know, if you guys stuck around this long, I figured you're interested. You know, everyone on the East Coast, I'm definitely on East Coast, Central Time. FlexiSpot is making their way through the whole 3D print community. Are they? I know there's some other brands, but when I was searching, I didn't find too much about this brand. But and in fact, when I reached out, I wasn't even familiar with this desk. Well, it's not a desk, it's just legs. I was talking to them about a much smaller one that I thought would be enough, but then I gave them the measurements to my tabletop, and this is a huge, this is basically an island size for a kitchen. It's an IKEA top. It's very inexpensive, but right now it kind of flexes in a spot because my legs are separate. So that thing is flat, and that should hold 440 pounds, which means this thing's finally gonna be sturdy. I'm really excited. And for situations like this, where I need to work on top, I can just use the little controller to lower this thing, and then I can work on it. You know what I mean? Like, that's, I need that. I want that. So just like I did with the cameras, that really helped, you know, like set this up for me. I think the desk is gonna do the same. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I already checked their website and emailed you my choice. All right, cool, nice. Then I will forward that info as soon as I can. Good thing you don't get earthquakes. Yeah, you saw that? This thing is, it's just a floppy mess. Can I get this underneath the table? Let's see. Oh, I can. Here, I can show it to you. I can show you my current setup. Ow! Oh, something just poked me. Oh, I think I have a little piece of wire in my arm somewhere. Something just went in my skin somewhere. Oh well. All right, let me, let's get back to it. Hold on. Close. Here we go. Hey, flying bear. So here's the feet. So there you can see the brackets that are going into studs, and they don't help enough. So the feet are on 3D printed risers, so I can get this thing high enough. So they're already set up all the way as high as they go, but they're also on these risers, and they're just not helping. So I have 6 legs in total, but it's still not enough. Like, this thing is just a floppy mess. And here's the 3D printed drawers. Not those kind of drawers, these kind of drawers, guys. So they're packed to the brim with stuff, but very helpful. So I'll do a video on that just so that more people can see that type of stuff. I don't even know if people print a lot of practical things as much as I do, at least. So maybe that'll help. Really excited for the desk stuff. Nice, cool. Planning to chase to my space too. Yeah. So hopefully this will work out. As far as my relationship with them, I don't really have anything specific. They just send me that, and hopefully I can show it off to some degree. Like I said, I was gonna buy it. So, need lights for drawers. Keep wearing my drawer too dark. Nice. Well, there are a couple decent sized ones while working there. I don't really notice them. Put off the Reborn 2. Those of us that are still making new mods, you could slap. Yeah. You guys are definitely ahead of me now, which is cool. I'm glad I got you in there, but I still think that machine's great. It's not going anywhere. I'm definitely not getting rid of that machine for a while, at least until I do my Voroning of it, because that's what I really think that will take that machine to the next level. Always something happening in Fedor's basement. That's like a slogan. Fedor, get yourself a motorized work desk. That's what this is. It's motorized. So it'll have the lowest spot, the highest spot, and then custom ones. Cross bracing, I haven't. I've thought about 3D printing all kinds of things. I even designed a few, but I ended up just thinking it's not worth it. Yes, they're not called Lindman. I think they're called Olav, because the Lindman ones don't move. These are they're adjustable, so these can actually go quite short and they can go quite high, but I obviously wanted them higher for this setup so I can stand and be comfortable, but also sit down. And I have these stools in my kitchen, and we ordered an extra one. It's, you know, cushioned and nice. I could sit on it this way like a saddle, sit on it this way. So this is for a kitchen island, and now this table is kitchen island height. So I can prop down but still be not sitting all the way, if that makes sense. I bought an industrial kitchen prep stainless steel table. Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Lachlan, if you don't mind me asking, how much was that? Obviously it's too late for me, but that's a good idea. I like that. Printed a vase mount from a monitor today. Did a lot of practical prints. Nice. Thank you for your awesome content. Gotta work. See y'all. Hey, thanks for popping in, man. And absolutely, I'm glad you're enjoying it. See ya, Jesper. Mommy hangry. Mommy get some grub. Hey, see ya, Zumi. Thank you for being here. Don't forget Toys for Tots. Right, Toys for Tots, guys. Everybody, jump in the Discord. Jump in the Toys for Tots section or in the contest section where all the explanation, all the rules are. Definitely join us for this. There's a lot of filament to win. That sounds pricey. I think this one is very pricey because, oh, you're talking about the metal thing? I think it is, but the legs are also fairly pricey. At least those are. So we'll see what ends up happening. I think they're like, well, let's just look. They are, also I want to leave this up because I want to add it. Flexi, is it Flexi Sport? Flexi Spa. Hey, look, they got Friday sales going on, Black Friday sales. So I was originally going to do one of these, really similar to this. Like a pretty entry level. That's what I was going to buy. Not this. What was it called? Oh, let's just go to their main ones. Height adjustable desks. Was it the E7 Pro? Yeah, I think it was the E7 Pro. Nice. See, this tune is good. Okay, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think I was going to buy this $450 set, fully adjustable, automatic, but they said that based on the size that I have, I mean, this still has 440 pounds. That's crazy. So they said that, oh, wrong view. Sorry guys, without my buttons working, it's not right. I like keep forgetting which view I'm on. They said that with the size desk, I might go for a different one, and they sent me up with this. So I have the E7Q coming. I mean, it's $899. That is no joke. But this thing is almost industrial, right? Like those legs are so heavy. They are going to be bulletproof. I'm hoping that this is one of those things that you buy, and now you just have this. Like you have this forever. 15-year warranty. Ultra stable, 4-motor design. Like, sometimes it's worth buying premium. I have a feeling this is going to be it. So yeah, this is just without the desk. I didn't do a tabletop. And it goes to 51. I don't know if that's high enough, but we'll find out. Putting 3D printed spacers on this would be pretty easy. Actually, let's see. What is this at? Is that to the top of it? Yeah. Oh, I was wrong. This goes to 660 pounds. That's crazy. Oh, so we're at 37 even. This will go to 51? What? That's this high? That high? Epic. That'll hit my ceiling. That'll make the monitors will hit the ceiling. I'm exaggerating, but yeah, that should be a super premium thing. I'm really looking forward to it. Can I zoom in? Yeah, this is what I'm after. So because this is in the middle, like this goes all the way across here, this table won't sag anymore, and it'll just be totally flat. Yeah, you can do all kinds of tabletops. I'm just gonna do this one. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to this. Heavy as hell, but that's a good thing. They are. I really like. I carried them down myself. They are heavy. Like this is no joke. So I saw on the little controller right here. So obviously you can move it up and down. I like that there's a readout. But you have a standing set, you have a sitting set, then you have 3, which is just anything, and then child lock. So you press and hold this and so that they can't destroy something if you don't have like enough wire or whatever. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. This is gonna be just something that I've wanted for a very long time. Yeah, I mean this is perfect. This is perfect. Yeah, no casters for this though. Yeah, so one of the things that I did was I took some input shaping and kept the graphs. And one of them, actually, let me see if I can open this one. This is the perfect example. So this graph quite literally shows a wobbly table. Like this second bump this high is a wobbly table. Also, look at this acceleration number. Woo! Obscene. Holy moly. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that printer in the same exact spot on the new table and see how it behaves. That's going to be it. All right, so tomorrow you guys will see a new video from me. On your way out tonight, please hit that like button. That always seems to help all of these things, especially because YouTube's just not paying anyone money anymore. All right, everybody. It's probably time for some sleep. The machine is printing now. Thank you, everybody, for helping me along and sticking around. All right, this is not the right camera. There we go. There you go. Much appreciated. All right, everybody. I'll catch you all tomorrow in my video. As always, I'll see y'all in the comments on Discord, Patreon, YouTube members, whatever it might be. All right. Time to go rest my eyes. See everybody.